said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, Jane.
You know, I tried to explain sexy, what that meant, because my son's asked.
Do not.
Too soon.
Do not.
It's too soon.
No.
You don't need to explain sexy.
Dude,
Why did they ask?
because some girl in Max's class wrote on her desk, sexy Max.
Oh my God, that's too much for that
Yeah,
young.
that is too
Castleberry.
much. Yeah, it's a little different there. It's like Louisiana. Like, you know, they're
Do you need to have the talk with your boys already? And buy them condoms? What's going on over there?
It's the hormones in the chicken. That's what
And the
they
quail. And the quail.
Yeah, it's in the quails.
Castleberry
Anyway,
quail.
Chemtrails.
so then they were like, what does that mean? And then I bumbled my way through kind of explaining that it's
Yeah,
a
how'd that go?
They did poorly. I didn't even, I really kind of got so
confused them.
confusing that they just gave up listening.
Well, I'd say mission accomplished.
There you go. It's like
Yeah.
they don't know where to take it.
You got them off the scent.
Yeah.
It's too soon. I don't think you need to describe sexy
No.
until they're at least 10
No,
or
they don't,
11.
They don't even
I'm
know
kidding.
what sex is.
No, I know. That's all I, that's
Just
all I
tell
didn't
them.
know.
Just tell them they don't need to know yet.
No, that makes it worse.
Oh,
because
yeah,
then
they're gonna ask everybody.
Tell them it's a bad word and shame them.
I said it's an adult word and it's a style.
It's a style
I got
of
into-
adult dancing.
I got into Pepe Le Pew. I showed him
Rape
Pepe Le
culture?
Pew. Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, this
no.
guy knows. Pepe knows.
I'm going to have you watch a series of Pepe Le Pew cartoons.
If Bigfoot ran over the granny's new truck, I'd be like, yeah. Like, that's something. But you'd be like, yeah.
Crazy Maroon.
I've never seen you do that.
Fucking old
What
man.
if an old lady's car over and I'll be like, what if up to the body, disco party,
They always say though that like in a world full of tens, you know, the not to call you a two, but the twos are reign supreme because it's like you want something that's different. Like for instance,
That's true.
if
And you're funny. You got that going for you.
but
so.
if all these Swedish chicks and then they're walking around with a bunch of Thors, you know what I'm saying? They're fucking
bored.
They should be tired of that.
You know what
and
they
then-
say about that? Thor. I'll leave.
And we're done. And the medium show. 25 minutes is
I'll
good.
see you guys later. I'm going to go outside and today is the day I blow my head off. I do it today. Today is the day. Ross?
That was better than the saddest fries joke. I mean,
No, I thought the saddest fries. You know, I drove past Burger King the other day and my wife looked at me and she goes, the saddest fries. And I go, I still stand by that joke.
let me prove to you that's a bad joke. Subway guys, you hear about Subways? They got the new flat pizza. It's a flat pizza, more like a sad pizza.
No,
It's the exact same joke. It's
Alex,
horrible.
don't even
No,
give
it's
him a
not.
half.
Ross,
You gave him a half.
Ross, here's why it's not the exact same joke. Ross, okay, since Ross has been doing comedy, and now we have another comedian in here. Since Ross has been doing comedy, Ross thinks that he knows the anatomy of a joke better than we do.
Oh, I mean, I know everything.
And the problem with what you did is you changed it. You changed the actual word. I changed nothing. Saddest fries is the same exact thing. You changed nothing.
That's
Ross.
comedy, Ross.
That's comedy.
I really don't know what it's like to feel great in the morning. I never understood that concept.
Well, look
of,
at
like,
Samantha. Look at how much look like she's beaming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she looks like you just look healthier when you're not all boozed out. Like I noticed today, my skin's all greasy and my forehead's all lumpy, like zits on it, like where I got sun, but I sprayed sunscreen on me and it irritated my face.
Yeah. My face all banana-y.
Big banana.
Yeah, all red blotchy. I got this
Pube beard.
starting to come. My wife's yelling at me.
You
to
bringing
shave
it back?
off. I wanted to. I'm like, I'm gonna make another run at it. She's like, what do you think is gonna be a different outcome? I'm like, you're right.
Why not? How about a goatee?
No.
Soul patch.
Let me shave you a goatee.
Ooh, get like pork chops.
No.
Yeah, grow pork.
Come
Elvis
on.
burns.
I can already see it coming in a little bit on the
Yeah.
side.
Nah,
Grow your burns down like you're a saxophone
And then play
player
trumpet again and for real big fish.
That's
I never like big.
Grow big chops and then
Yes.
wear white sunglasses like you're the lead singer of Real Big Fish.
Come on.
Everybody who has big chops, either goofball or dickhead. You have no other
not
choice.
true.
Yeah, if you have big chops.
Goofball, dickhead.
Yeah,
Goofball dickhead?
If you have
Oh,
big
no, one or the
chops,
other.
You are one or the other. You
Yeah,
could be both.
Yes, that's
You
right.
could be a goofball dickhead.
But you can't be anything else.
No.
You can't be like a super smart, nice guy. That doesn't work.
if you work at a they're like,
Goofball dickhead.
I remember I met a guy the last time I encountered somebody who had long chops. It was at a Chili's and he was my waiter and he had the long pork chop sideburns and you know what? He was a bit of a dickhead and I could tell. I was like, your sideburns are making you a dickhead. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
went into the bathroom right now at Chili's and shaved them off, you'd be a regular human being again.
Jolly and Seth, I'll ask both of you guys.
Uh-oh.
How good are you guys at spelling?
I'm probably the greatest of all time.
I did not expect that answer, and I love
I'm
it.
definitely the GOAT.
Christ,
I'm definitely the
You're
GOAT.
the goat at spelling?
Yeah, I'm awesome at it.
I would bet against the
Fast as
greatest of
fuck,
all
boy.
time.
Listen, I only use. I like to go in and out. It's like a
What,
roller
I'm
coaster.
spelling? I go in and out of
No,
spelling.
we
Sometimes I'm
ignorant.
into it,
We
sometimes I'm
ignorant.
out of spelling.
With ignorance, you gotta have
You know-
balance in ignorance.
Yeah, I go in and out of ignorance.
We're talking spelling right
Yeah, I know.
now.
Yeah.
Let's do it. What y'all
Like-
want to spell like
No,
Doogie
no.
I can spell Doogie Hauser.
Doogie, high school.
Hauser. Doogie Hauser. Man, you remember Doogie Hauser?
Hauser, not Hauser. Doogie Hauser.
Doogie Hauser.
God, what are you, Bernie Mac?
Y'all don't remember Doogie Hauser?
That's a weird word for you to come up with.
some of that milk and cookies.
I don't even think that's the hardest spelling word.
Doogie Hauser.
Doogie Hauser.
Sound like my dad.
Y'all don't remember Doogie Hauser?
Yeah, no, I do. It's just odd that you brought it up as a spelling word.
What do you want me to spell? Doogie Hauser? Now, sure. Is that the only time anybody's ever done anything to your butthole?
Uh huh.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like girls.
It's funny.
My wife's
The
never even
only time you've ever done had anything done to your butthole was a man.
Yeah.
I like that. That makes me more of a man.
Why?
Guy that
Did you have a lot of things done to your butthole?
No, I had a girlfriend that would like to stick a thumb in there. You know,
Yeah. That's not.
the old prostate.
Is that good?
I mean, I don't know. I just kind of went with it.
But did it feel good?
It wasn't terrible.
But I mean, well, that's
It wasn't like you know. I mean,
like
it,
if I asked you if you
it
had a
didn't
good,
ruin the sex. You know, I mean,
if I asked you how was your steak and you said it wasn't terrible, I assumed that it was bad.
No, it's mediocre.
Well, I mean,
it's okay.
It's shitty. It's either
No,
good.
no. I
If
see
have
what
a
you did there, but no, it's not shitty.
If you have a
No,
steak,
shitty is bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it's okay.
well, could you have gone without it?
Well, I can go without almost anything except for alcohol.
Did it add to the experience, though?
Yeah, I would say it added to the experience. Sure, yeah.
All right, so then it was good.
It was new, though, and there is, you know, every guy, I think, has a bit of
Was it-
some reservations when it comes to anything back there.
Was it like Razzles on a cupcake?
I understand what he's saying.
Like,
you guys don't talk as much to Tom as I do. You're saying the cupcake is good with just icing,
Yeah.
but if you put razzles on it,
I
it
mean,
makes it a little better.
It's. I mean, visually, it has a little bit of a. There's that little bit of crunchiness.
They're called jimmies, right? Up
thought
north,
it was-
they call them jizzies.
little jimmies.
I was going to say jizzies. Jimmies.
What in the world does Ernest Hemingway's cat have to do with cupcakes?
What-
I am lost.
Ross,
Oh,
you know what I'm
Ross,
talking
oh,
about.
God.
Those little tiny
They're called jimmies.
jimmies that you put on a cupcake.
Sprinkles.
It doesn't do anything.
or as my
really.
wife calls them, sprankles.
It would be just as good without them, but it adds a little bit. That's like the finger in the butt.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Thank you for downloading.
if we're gonna have like a fun meal, Andrea and I, like I'll go, like I'll laugh. I'll be like, let's do it up old school. Hamburger Helper. What flavor? Fucking American lasagna.
Yeah.
Just right up. But that's literally the equivalent of bowling a strike and then drinking a cool beer.
If you eat that shit, you can never be fucking dissatisfied. It is impossible. Like no
I don't know one person that doesn't like it.
No one's gonna look at Hamburger Helper and say, "Fuck this shit." Like
Well,
that can
your
do it.
wife, vegetarian.
No, I know.
Take the hamburger out, she'll eat it.
Yeah. There's this mac and cheese.
It's just Helper.
Yeah, and you don't really need that much help. I feel like that fucking glove is super lazy.
We should do a movie.
You're helping shit that's already good, glove. You fucking bad at your job.
We should do a new movie.
You should be
called
Squid
that.
Helper because that's just gross.
God.
If you can help Squid, you're a fucking hard worker. If you're helping Hamburger, you're fucking lazy ass glove.
I have a box.
Use
of,
that for stand up.
I have a box of Squid Helper here. I opened it up and it's just a map to the trash can. Oh, you just
Yeah.
helped it. There it is.
Yeah.
And then it has a number at the bottom for Papa John's. Call that better ingredients, better than Squid.
Yeah. You know that fucking glove needs to help the tongue in the goddamn deli box.
Tongue helper.
Tongue helper. Because then if you make that tongue taste good, you're fucking really doing good.
I got a new bit. We should start buying exotic meats that suck and mix them with Hamburger Helper and see if they work.
See if they help.
See if they work.
Ah, that's good.
If they work, then we write the company and we're like, look, we got a new product for you. It's Tongue Squid Helper.
It should just be called Helper. It helps every food.
Helps everything.
Except for I feel like
Tuna Helper's not good.
No,
I never liked that. And you're a tuna guy. You love the tuna.
I do love tuna.
But
I like it with Miracle Whip, not mayonnaise.
I agree. The other thing I was going to say, we should do a movie called The Helper, where that hand has to go and work for rich white people, and then he shits in their pie. Right? That'd be a funny movie. The Helper.
Right. It's just a fucking glove, and it's a cartoon glove.
You is smart, you is intelligent, you is pretty, you is cute, and you is got your hand inside of me.
There it is. The Helper.
That's the movie, The Helper.
You may be the only comedian we've ever talked to, and we've talked to hundreds and hundreds that have ever been a part of their local school board. And in 2013,
Multiple times, like you take it dead serious.
So what made you get involved and want to do that? Because most of the comedians are too busy to ever even take on that venture or do anything like that.
Well, you know, I served on the school board, but now I'm a county commissioner. So, I did what I could for education in New Mexico, but I come from a background where I did gang intervention programs, and I've always been involved in the community and how I can, put my 2 cents in and how to do better. I look at my own life and think, what were the problems with me having an opportunity, have a pathway to success? And how do I bring that to the kids in the neighborhoods where I grew up, And you're right. It's hard to have been playing a DEA agent on TV because now I can't go to no more parties in the hood, man.
I didn't think about that.
So, Stephen, you know better than anybody that the only way to make change is to get involved in the local government, and most people That's do. where it starts, 100%. Yeah, most people do just want to bitch about it on the internet, and they and never want to figure out how to change it, and then and you're like, well, I'm gonna do something about it myself.
And it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and how much extra work is it? Because I think a lot of people don't even realize what is that. Being involved in the local government, they don't even know.
Give us a peek into that, maybe.
Yeah. So, how many hours a week does that take you?
I'm one of those guys that I represent all people. I'm not, once I ran for office and won, I represent all parties. I'm no longer a Democrat or Republican. I'm a community service guy. I got to listen to both sides. I got to compromise. We've got to figure out a way forward, man. And so I've been very successful at that. And you're right. Local government is where it's at. We get too caught up in the federal government, and I'm sorry, man. I'm not seeing them do their job either side. I'm hoping they get to work because there's a lot of things that we got to at least try, right? And if we don't get it right, then we fix it. But we got to do something. We got to start moving things forward. We got to try things. We're living in the great experiment. That's what the United States of America is. You know, they did their best to put out an outline, and then we've got to take that outline and figure out how to do better.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Thank you for downloading.
My wife took me to the Gap the other day.
Yeah, she told me you needed some jeans.
And I never felt like less of a man.
What do you mean?
Because
I had to go jean shopping too. I've gotten the new. These are new. See these? Pretty nice, huh?
My wife has turned into basically
your mother.
Yeah.
She'd come into the changing room with you?
No. She gives me jeans, right? She's like, try boot cut and relax fit.
Oh, you need the relax fits.
Well, I don't know.
You don't want the boot cut.
I don't buy any jeans ever.
Boot cut means they're cut to go over your boot, but they're not going to flare out.
Listen.
Relax means they hang a little lower on the waist.
Uh-huh.
They're a little, the inseam, which is your crotch, and then your thighs would be a little
I can't do
baggy.
the comfort because it's too baggy, and I look like I'm too old to wear big baggy jeans. I look like that weird.
You look like every other dad. Every other dad wears big baggy jeans with a belt loop.
No.
Like the loop for the hammer. You need a hammer loop on the side.
The carpenter jeans?
Yeah, dads always get the carpenter jeans, the hammer loop, which never comes. You ever put a hammer in those things? It rotates over and then falls out.
yeah. It is
bad design.
No one. And why would you have no other pockets for anything else but a hammer? Where the fuck are you going to put your nails?
I might. That's true. You need a nail pocket.
What are you going to do with just a hammer?
I might start that. Dude, a rapper needs to start that. Lil Wayne needs to wear carpenter jeans and then always keep a hammer in his belt, but a platinum hammer.
And then change his name to MC Hammer.
That's good. Is there copyright that? If you were a rapper and had a gold hammer, that would look cool, right?
And then what does he do with it? He swings it around?
No, it's just for fashion. Oh, gold hammer, son. Right?
Hey, this is Dusty. What's up, Double D?
Hey, what's up, Dusty? How you doing, buddy?
All right, man.
Dusty, you ever put your wiener in a weird place?
Yeah, where's the weirdest place you put your peen?
Weirdest place or the most wrong place to put it?
Say my wife's butt.
Dog, what are you doing?
No, I was going to say my wife's butt, but that'll work too.
Well, that's what
I've never done that, Dusty. That means you one up me. You one up me. I've never done that in my entire life. Never done it. Haven't even accidentally done it. Never.
You'll graduate to that after
Not
years
accidentally?
No, never even accidentally. No.
Oh, you got to sneak that one in.
That's good advice,
teach me, Dusty. Teach me how to violate the one I love. Thank you, Dusty. Good Lord.
You guys rock, man.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, what's up, Twitch? Let's make sure all of our cameras are looking good and turn everything on. Good morning, YouTube and Twitch, and everybody in the surrounding areas. All right, well, that camera's wrong. There we go. And that guy on the couch.
Is this for tonight?
Yes, we'll do tonight, segment 3.
Okay.
Couch cam. Not bad. I'm going to have to fix that later. All right. You guys ready?
Good to go.
Make sure I can see Sam. And thanks again for coming in, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
All right. Got that. Killed that. All right. Mr. Van, when you are ready.
All right, let's do it.
In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. All right, we're going to talk about a really cool event.
Yeah.
Now, it's not happening till January, but...
Well, it gives you plenty of time to prepare, plenty of time to check with the family, the friends, coordinate your group of people that are going to want to be a part of this, rather.
Yep, but the Orlando Science Center is doing a really cool Science on Tap Beer Fest. And
How many years have you done Science on Tap? Because I've heard that a million times, it feels like.
That's just good marketing, Dan.
Well done. And you went to the right place. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm kidding.
This is actually only the second one.
I love it.
We've done a Science of Wine for several years, and people really loved it. It's a fundraiser.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I know that there was a
Yeah.
time when you would meander the Science Center with alcohol, and this is one of the many times.
And it's funny you bring that up. We also have the Science Night Live event, which is the adult night that we do about 4 times a year.
Yeah,
and
I
we
think
did
that's
do
what I'm
a
thinking
beer
of.
fest during Science Night Live a couple of times, which is what gave us the idea to branch it off into its own event, which kicked off last year.
I love it.
Yeah, we were involved with that because I do remember going around the Science Center
Yeah.
drinking delicious beers.
Yeah, I didn't want to sit here and say it, and then you're like, Dan, we've absolutely never done that.
Did you sneak alcohol into the Science
You are
Center?
insane. I'm like, oh.
So real quick, let me get the details out. It's at Lock Haven Park.
Yes.
So it's an outdoor event. It's
and it's not just beer. It's science. You're going to get to meander outside, enjoy this, wonderful reason we all live in Florida. You get to do some interactive science exhibits. You might play some cornhole. You might throw some Jenga in there.
Yeah.
You can, bring everybody down there and kind of meander with the guys.
It's January 21st from 1 to 4.
Yep.
You can get your tickets through the link at tomandan.com right now. And I would get your tickets early, especially VIP, because these things will sell out. And tickets do go up after December 15th. And the greatest thing is this all goes to benefit the Orlando Science Center, which I personally have enjoyed with kids. Like, since the kids were born, I've been going to the Science Center with them, and it's been a great place to go. Like, it's my go-to when we're looking for something to do with the kids.
Yeah, and I selfishly, I'm gonna if I may speak selfishly for a second. I think that, Jeff, am I correct in thinking that when you do these events and you fund the Science Center, that's what helps keep the costs down for those of us that bring our kids and our families to the Science Center? That helps, you guys keep moving. It keeps the exhibits looking good. It keeps, the train on the track, so
It
to
is
speak.
all those things, Dan, and it's also being able to make programs available for people who can't afford it, be able to go off-site into Title I schools.
There you go.
To be able to do community events, to be able to fund after-school programs. Yeah, the fundraisers that we do, like Science on Tap, like Science of Wine, it all goes to feed that mission of Orlando Science Center.
Cool. So that's good to remember. We're going to get out the business part first, and then we're going to talk about some of the other fun stuff.
So let's talk beer.
Yes.
Because Glenn's here from Ivanhoe Park Brewing Company. How you doing, Glenn?
Good. How's it going?
Good. So Glenn, you're going to be out at Science on Tap, of course. But let's talk about your journey about being a brewery owner and what that entails.
I feel like that might be top, like now. Back in the day, it probably was, and then it kind of fell off. And then now I feel like it might be in the top 10 of little or like younger men dreams. If you're a 22-year-old, 24-year-old guy, you're in business. I see a lot of my friends, they'll daydream. They're like, man, I wonder what it would be like to own my own brewery. And I can tell you what I think it would be like owning my own small business. I think it would be hard. Really. And I think
insane amount of work.
I think your dream, you don't have it. You can't do it. Glenn can do it, but you can't do it. That's what I would say. So am I correct or?
Yeah, I mean, this is my second go at a brewery. I owned one in California originally, but learned a lot of lessons, and it is difficult. I have a good team out here, and they handle a lot of the stuff, so it makes it a lot easier on my life.
Well, I mean, as far as like the science goes with brewing beer and like what that entails, because we've talked to brewers and people that brew beer, and they've gone through it with me multiple times, and I still slightly understand, but I know that there's certain things that will create alcohol no matter what, but there's time limits involved. So let's just go over that, like the basics of brewing beer. What's the science behind it, Glenn?
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of it is just cleaning. I would say 90% is cleaning and sanitizing.
Yep.
I started home brewing in 2010, and our first batch was really good. It came out, it was BJ's Belgian Nitwit. It was a clone, and it was delicious. And we're like, oh, this is easy. But the first step of beer, like home brewing, is to crack a beer. So you start drinking as you get into the process.
And so you're telling me it's the only science experiment that the scientist is drunk while doing it. So and then what are the basics to even like be considered beer? Like, do you need the
That's
hops?
an interesting question because I'm sure that's been battled with distributors all the time now, especially with the introduction to now hard seltzers that are being made as craft beverages. I mean, like there are craft everything kind of popping up.
Well, it's like the hard seltzers. Like, this is malt liquor. I'm like, what? It was malt liquor.
Right.
And they'd be like, oh, but this is liquor infused hard seltzer. This is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it tastes the same.
Well, we'll get started here. What's the hardest beer in your opinion to brew?
Probably a clean Pilsner.
Yeah.
Like a lager style.
It's funny that almost everybody I've talked to will say that, and it's funny because that's the beer that I think, like a lot of people think, well, that'll be my entry-level beer, and it's like, man, if you only knew how hard this was to make. And why are they traditionally harder to make, you think?
It's just tougher to hide off flavors. Like with an IPA, you could just dry hop it, add some extra aroma, add some extra bitterness, and nobody can really catch like an off flavor. Whereas a Pilsner has to be clean, crisp, like true to that style.
It's like when you iron a shirt, you got to have those lines. Yeah, you're right. And when you get a bad one, it's a bad one. Yeah, it's real bad.
How many beers can you get out of I know the term is half barrel. But it's a traditional keg.
Look at this guy over here.
Like, do you have to like get every beer out? Like, if it gets too low, then like all of a sudden now it's like, well, now it's not the way I want to present it because
gotcha.
And it's like too much foam or like, is there any part of the keg where it's like once
like
it
the
gets,
sweet spot of beer,
or once it gets to it's too low of a point and it's like, we'll move on and start a new one? How does that work?
It depends. Like if you added adjuncts, like sometimes the adjuncts will settle to the bottom. If it's a true to style beer, I mean, you use the 4 ingredients of beer, then it won't cause that issue. But when you're adding like a syrup or a puree or something like that, some of that stuff settles to the bottom, and that could cause issues as you get to the end of the keg.
Gotcha.
Or if the yeast wasn't properly pulled off, there was still yeast in there, then you would get that.
This is why we don't do this. Like
we could,
I don't think you and I could do. We're not those guys. Like I don't think even if given
I have no attention to detail.
Even if Glenn said, like, guys, I have $1 million challenge. If you can brew a beer that's just decent.
Oh, we could do that.
I don't know, man.
But we're both of us together.
I feel
and
like
Sam
I'd be doing a lot. I feel like
Sam does 98% of the work, and I'll throw in 0.05% ideas.
I'll put the puree in. You do the rest.
I'll tell you stories while you do. Okay, so so with the beer, we like. Is there like cost, like for how much the beer is cost for you guys? Like costs have gone up for everybody.
You mean like in just ingredients?
Yeah, yeah. Like has that affected you guys? Like as the cost of beer like a concern as far as
and just like tracking down hops, right? Like isn't it hard to, because a lot of this is what I've heard, and you tell me if this is right or not. I've heard that it's a lot harder for little guys like you to make delicious beer because you have to fight the bigger guys to get the quality hops, or at least you have to find ways in to get, all the different varietals of hops that are out there that you'd like to use. Is that true?
Yeah, there's supply chain issues with that. Luckily, a lot of the breweries are pretty collaborative. So, cans have been a big issue ever since COVID because everybody had to package their beer because on-premise drinking wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
So that caused a huge supply chain issue. And a lot of the suppliers only sold truckloads at a time, which I only take 3 pallets at a time. And I think there's like 30 pallets in a truckload.
Right.
So.
Has anybody tried to bottle their beer in plastic, like Mountain Dew style bottles?
I'm sure.
Is that
I'm
a
sure.
thing?
I think everything's been tried,
no,
right? Like
I've never seen it.
I would be because it probably sucks.
Yeah,
I would be willing. I was trying
to hold.
Yeah, I would be willing to believe that anything you can think of has been tried, like Ziploc bags of beer, like anything.
Hold on, like I've never ever seen beer put in a plastic bottle. Is there a reason for that?
No, there was a sweet spot with your big beers. I believe I've seen Budweiser in a plastic brown bottle with a blue screw off top, Bud Light.
Oh, I think you're right. I think I
and
recall that
it
too.
lasted for, I want to say, 2003 to, let's say, 7 or 9.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, this is terrible. Why are we doing this? Like glass is, I'm always glass. I mean, I like,
hold on, but
I even pour crappy beers into a glass. I just like the glass of beer.
Hold on, but it wouldn't affect the taste. I mean, it's not,
If only we had somebody that could tell us if it affects the taste.
No, why wouldn't?
Does it affect the taste at all? Like plastic, if you bottled it, like those old Budweiser bottles from the 2000s, are those?
I mean, I would think carbonation would be the biggest concern, like getting a proper seal. So you're slowly losing gas on the top end of that, whereas like a bottle or a can would have a better seal to make sure, that carbonation.
Wouldn't have thought of that. See, we can't do this.
You'd
be putting everything in old Mountain Dew bottles, and I'm driving down the road with our crappy beer, spilling out. It's all in Mountain Dew bottles. And then I'm like, "Do you wash those out first?" You're like, "No, it's a mess."
So there's going to be 30 local breweries on site and
food trucks on site.
Yeah.
Games to play. A family event or are you trying to keep it like?
Well, you got to be over 21.
Yeah, you got to be over 21.
But you can be a designated driver and
Yes.
come along and hang out, and you can enjoy the games and the food and stuff like that.
And in the VIP, Jeff, what are we talking in the VIP?
VIP tickets are going to get you in an extra hour, get in an hour before everybody else. So the event starts at 1. VIPs will get in at noon, so you'll have access to everything an hour before the public comes in. Plus, VIPs will get 2 full pours. Everybody else is getting samples for their tickets. So VIPs will get 2 full pours per ticket.
I love it. And an hour early. That's great. Question from the chat room for Glenn. Do brewers get frustrated when a particular style of beer that maybe they don't specialize in becomes ultra popular? Do they feel pressure to always have a sour or a pastry stout on tap, for example, for the people that always have their thumb on the trends? Man, that is both a great question and an annoying question to me, because I am a pop when it comes to my beer styles. I've got like 4 that I really like, and it took me 20 years of drinking craft beer to get to a part of myself where I said, no, you just stick. I'm a pale ale guy. I like pale ales. That's what I really, really like.
Yeah.
So, Glenn, back to the question, do you guys try to look at the trends? Because I remember we've talked to you before, and I remember one of your answers was, we just try to make good beer.
Yeah.
Just quality beer. We're not looking to chase the marshmallow this or the candy corn that.
You need one of those to
do
get
you,
the,
though? Do you feel like
promotion, marketing, right?
I think in the tap room. So distribution-wise, we stick to our core beers, our easy drinking, approachable, true to style beers. But in the tap room, we've had crazy stuff like peanut butter jelly sour or cotton candy sour or marshmallow, everything, like different styles. I think we do try to follow the trends on a smaller scale, just so people going to Publix can get our regular Joyland or American IPA or our Park Hopper Pilsner and enjoy that in a 6-pack.
You had one that the Whitbeer was Bungalow.
Yeah, we have that one out there in distribution.
That's a good ass beer. Have you had that? That's a really good beer. I like that beer a lot.
I may have had it at the
Joyland. I used to pick it up and throw it in the
Yeah.
In the, we had a bunch of that. That's delicious beer too.
Well, we did a Christmas party at Ivanhoe Park, and then I remember having a bunch of different beers. Then that's the problem. Then I don't remember, like what happened after. So it gets fuzzy.
I don't remember that entire night.
I remember wearing
the light up necklace.
Yeah, the light up necklace,
white cloth sweater.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, it's disrespectful to wear a white cloth sweater to a tap room. Who thought of that? We all did that. Oh my God, it's all coming back to me now. Why'd you bring that up?
Yeah.
Right in front of Glenn.
Glenn doesn't care.
No, he'd rather us wear his sweater. He's got an Ivanhoe Park Brewing Company sweater.
Awesome.
I know. We need to get one. Where'd you get that, Glenn?
We can't do that. That's handmade.
That's handmade?
In Ireland, yeah.
You want to do that? You want to make a handmade Tom and Dan sweater from Ireland? Go ahead, business department.
Sam,
stroke that check.
Look up.
I'll be working at the Science Center. I'll be pouring beer.
Handmade Ireland Christmas sweater for sale.
It's going to be like $300.
Well, you get a Tom and Dan one. So we've always wanted to make a Tom
but
and
a
Dan
real
Christmas.
one, like a knit, not like the print.
But that's a problem. Then, like each one of them is $85 handmade.
And where are we going to put
How many?
them?
Yeah.
Where do you keep them? They're 3 feet tall, folded. You know.
We need a lot of quadruple X. Because
it's like that thing where once you get to 3X, like the 4X, it goes up. We have to charge you. It's a $15 extra charge.
So Jeff, let's talk about the tickets. They're on sale now, and like I said, you can get them through tomanddan.com.
Yeah, go to the link on tomanddan.com. You have until the 15th to get the discounted ticket. That's the easiest way to do it. So do it that way before the price does go up.
I went on the Facebook event page and I went to click that I'm going because I'm going to go out to this event. And then I saw immediately that one of my friends, Travis, Samantha's husband, was already going.
So he's on top of this. Yeah, we're all gonna head out there. I'm excited about it, man.
Yeah, and like I said, it's Lock Haven Park. It's right in front in the grass field in front of the Science Center, and all proceeds go to benefit the Orlando Science Center.
Yeah, keep that in mind when you're walking around, and don't be a stick in the mud. And if you're a new parent and you're looking for a fun place to take your family, the Science Center is the joint. Even if you just need a place to pop in and let your kid throw scarves around while you cool your forehead,
sign up to be a member.
Yeah, that's what I did because you guys are a lifesaver when it's a little gloomy outside and you got a kid that needs to do some stuff. You can pop over there and get in some air conditioning, and it's nice.
Glenn, real quick, with the etiquette when you're at a beer fest and then you pour someone a beer, it's rude for them to shoot it, right? You want to because I feel like that's not the point.
We've never talked about that, but I believe you are correct.
It's a tasting.
Yeah. So you at least have to,
but
chat
don't
about
tiny
the beer.
tooth it like a dog. Don't be.
Do people do that? Like they pretend like
stick their tongue in it.
They know what they're doing. They're smelling it.
Never stick your tongue in it. If you're holding the tiny cup, never go. Because that's disgusting.
I'm sure you've seen all that before, Glenn. People pretend like there's some sort of Cicerone experts.
Locally, it's not too bad. They're more fun, like having a good time. But I've been to some national events where, they're on their phone untapping it right in front of you.
Oh, God.
Tagging you. Giving you every critique in the world of your beer.
It has notes, floral notes.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, my God.
Have you seen someone that could do that, like actually taste
I
the...
have.
I saw a documentary about, like, what's the wine one?
Sommelier.
Yeah, where it's like they could taste the region and then they go through a flavor profile that's insane.
I can do that with Mountain Dew. I can taste any Mountain Dew. I can tell you where it came from. Like, this is South Carolina, and this is 3 months old. This is South Carolina Mountain Dew, 3 months old.
They have people that could do that through beer, right? And have you seen it in person?
I've seen a guy at a dinner. It was one of long time ago. It was a Ravenous Pig beer dinner, and we went to it. And this guy, he would take a sip of the beer, and it wasn't his dinner. He was with me, and he would just write down what he thought, and then the guy would come up and describe the beer, and he'd nail it every time. And I'm like, it made me feel very.
Can you
insecure.
learn that?
Like, it made me, I don't know.
Or is it someone,
I don't know.
Does that person have a better, taste and smell than the average person and therefore can pick up more?
Have you done any of that, Glenn? Have you done any of the classes or the things that you can do and test out to become a beer professional?
So we've done courses with off flavors so we can notice those because that's a big portion of it. But yeah, it just takes a lot of practice. I've watched a documentary on it, and these guys just drink every day, different beers.
I do that.
That's not made me better at anything. Then we are the king cicerones.
Yeah. Guys, thanks so much for coming by.
Appreciate it, y'all. And thanks for the beer. They brought us some beer, so we'll try that a little bit later. I wanted to try it now, but it is the morning.
And again, it's Science on Tap, January 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. And get your tickets now because prices will go up after December 15th. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of Corporate Time.
Awesome, y'all. Set change, guys. Please hold.
Perfect. Thank you.
Dan, Ross is over there. Samantha's over there. Now that you have a kid, thank God he's a boy.
I'm in my bathroom.
But thank God he's a boy is what I mean. Because if I had a daughter, I think the days of me watching these videos are probably probably numbered. Yeah. But it's like he just totally is like
the worst that my son could do is actually be the guy.
Then you high five.
Then he comes home for a visit. So I'm like, hey
Dad.
Yeah. You got any videos for me?
You got any more of those?
Yeah, although it'd be weird watching my own son as a casting couch director.
It would be weird, but you would ask for a free password.
Yeah. I'd be like, none of you in there. I can't. That's too far.
They're all me, Dad.
I'd be like, shit. You got to use.
Can you blur your dick like the Japanese do?
You're not thinking it through if you're thinking that's the worst thing your son could be. He could be dressed in a bear costume in the background of a
come on, how dare you?
God.
I wouldn't be here if that.
Ross gets high and automatically gets mean.
Yeah, you know what? That's a strike against those candies we gave you.
Yeah, we gave Ross a weed candy and it made him mean.
Yeah. Got to know where your bread is buttered. Make fun of the guy who writes a check.
Trust me, Ross knows where the buttered bread is.
Everybody gets more steadfast in their ways, and whatever personality trait tends to become more and
Do
more
you see it
hardened.
in you at all? What is your...
Well, you're young, right? How old are you?
28.
28, yeah. You're still
But it's getting, like, I can feel myself changing inside.
Uh-oh, venom.
It's happening. I mean, that's what quickly with anger, and I'm like, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. I'm tired
snappier.
of people's bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snappier, a lot more lying around.
That comes with it. Yeah.
Wearing bigger underwear.
Oh,
you know what? I wear the same underwear. I just force my muffin and balls into tiny. It's bad. It's got to be bad for me. But every time I take my underwear off at the house, there's bruises where it was squeezing my dick and balls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, still got it. 32s. You know.
So, Vivi, I got to ask you about Colombian women, because there's always the stereotype that, I'm sure you've heard this before, but like even growing up in Miami, all my friends are like, "Oh, she's from Colombia." There's like, and there seems to be that stereotype about Colombian women and how beautiful they are. Is it genetics? What is it, Vivi? Like, I mean,
all right, and we're back. Get out of here, Tom and Dan. Nobody cares about you.
Do you want to do Tuesday 4? We got Deborah coming in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What is Andrea saying is so awkward?
Let's do Tuesday 1.
Okay.
I didn't save this. Where's this go?
Tuesday 3.
Tuesday 3? What? Do we have anything for Tuesday?
No. I'm guessing whatever the cartoon was.
We could talk about that Cypress Garden thing, but
I almost want to save that so we
save
can
it for
really
Friday.
talk about
Yeah.
it. It's crazy. Because I think we can find a guy. Andrea's grandmother was a world champion water skier at Cypress Gardens.
That's cool.
I don't know if she's still in there. I think she left. Okay.
Let's just do some voicemails.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I should have saved this. I was talking to those guys.
Merch drop.
Merch drop. If you're in the mood, get your ass on the floor. If you're in the mood, get your ass on the floor. If you're in the mood, get your ass on the floor. If you're in the mood, get your ass on the floor. Okay. Why don't you start or bring us back? It's a bring us back, right?
No, we'll start. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just start Tuesday.
Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
I almost said Sam, our lovely producer, is here, but I thought I'd get written up by our non-existent Human Resources Department.
You could say lovely. I feel like
I'd have to actually ask her. Sam,
Let me look up the definition.
would it be
Lover,
okay if I said
oh,
lovely? What if it said lovely? Someone you lust after and you want to lay on top of.
No, come on.
It is weird that you pulled up that photo from my
Somebody
bachelorette
sent
party.
it to me. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody sent me
Wow.
that photo.
Why
I've
are you
been
looking at the
framed.
photo,
I've been
bro?
framed. What am I not supposed
like
to look
8
at my
years
email?
ago, bro.
Somebody sent it to me, man.
Yeah, Daniel's looking at
I'm
a picture.
not looking
It's
at it. It's
a-
not what she's fully clothed. It's two naked men.
No,
So
I
you
know.
can say that. You
Or
can
is
say
it not
Daniel was
naked?
looking at two Chippendales standing next to Samantha, who's got a smile on her face that says, "I am uncomfortable."
Yeah, that's true.
It is a horrible smile.
Um,
I look
like,
at it. I'm like, yeah. You're like,
Help.
you look like you're in a wind tunnel.
all of our merch that we had at the
All
Beer
right.
Fest
Good transition.
is on the site right now. So if you want anything for Christmas, I'd get it now before
Limited
it sells
quantities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
we
our-
also have the new beanie.
out. Yeah, the
Yeah.
new beanie, the new hoodie, the event shirts.
hoodie, the no beanie.
And we've got a bunch of BDM shirts. We've got a ton of different merch. The straw hats, kids straw hats. My sons love their, their kid size straw
Also,
hats.
if you're a dainty gal and you like a smaller action straw hat, you can purchase one.
Oh, did they fit? Remember,
They
we were
will
at-
fit a
at the
woman.
Beer
They'll
Fest.
They will
probably
not fit me.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
They
it-
will not fit me. I have a normal size head for, even though I am a little person. A lot of people don't know that. I'm gonna start this, dude, because I think I can get a lot.
I don't think you can say
I can
that.
get handicap parking.
No,
It's
I don't
stolen
think-
valor. It's
Um,
only stolen valor if I wear a tiny army outfit, right? If I allow, what's happening?
Can you?
No, I can't. Nothing can be done anymore.
No, I'm just saying.
What is the definition of a little person? Sam?
We
This
went
isn't-
over
yeah.
this. It's below 5 foot, right? You're 2 inches too tall. I think it's below 5.
Always 2 inches too large.
Or is it below 4.5?
I'm
I think it was
always,
like 4, 6.
I am always 2 inches too large for everything. Yeah, yeah.
Don't do Little John yet.
I'm little person, John.
How's Little John doing?
Under 4'10".
Oh,
He
not
has a
even
new
close.
show.
Yeah.
It's like a home improvement. Not even a
Home
home improvement.
improvement.
It's almost like
Everybody's got
Pimp
a
My
home-
Ride, but it's Pimp My House.
No, nobody. We're done with that. Oh, we put some fur in your computer room.
So it's Pimp My House?
That's not what it's called, but it's
Oh.
very similar, where they like trick out your house.
We're done with. There's no more ideas.
So
No more ideas.
what is
All
it-
ideas are gone.
How big of a deal do they make it?
It's called Lil John Wants to Do
What? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I love your Little John, by the way.
Hold on, play the trailer. 'Cause
Oh,
It's on
God.
HGTV. It's a new home renovation series. I have yet to see it, so
they're not like adding additions to the house or doing some like
I haven't
major-
watched it.
Or they just do decorating the inside. Like
I think it's just the inside.
they're putting a pool table
I'm
in
looking
there.
for it. Hold on. Is this the season 1 intro?
A lot of these shows have gotten a lot of bad publicity because after the fact they will put on social how
Oh, they're
shoddy
making me buy it, dude.
how shoddy the job is.
You can't find a clip on YouTube.
Like they'll rag on how bad of the work they did because all they do is make it look good for that segment, but they're not putting any craftsmanship into the work. You know what I'm saying? Like they're half-ass the whole thing, and then they take off after, and then you're left with like a half-ass shoddy decorating job.
It's
and,
because it's for show.
Yeah.
You know,
but they've been getting a lot of bad press because then the person will go back after and be like, "Look how bad the work they did, and they left my house."
I feel like that press though is both parties are in the wrong. You know when these people are coming in that you're not getting the craftsmanship of like Bob Vila and a team of artisans, right? You know you're not getting
Or just-
handcrafted woodworkers from the
Or
Black
just-
Forest of Germany to come and engineer this to be the strongest staircase that's ever been built for the handicapped person or the best bedroom or nothing is the best.
Yeah.
So you know
You're
that
getting
going into it.
straight Opalaka
Quick.
contractor.
Whoever's in the area, they just get 100 contractors. Like we got to do
Yeah,
this
yeah,
quick,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
those guys get 100 migrant workers. They got to do it quick.
Yeah.
And they pile it all in here. And we're like, this has got to be done in 2 nights.
I feel like they probably have someone on their crew that designs sets and stuff like super
Yeah.
fast for movies, so that they just designed it so it looks good in the actual show.
It'll function it'll function for 2 days.
And then, but I'm
But
sure
you know
they let
that
the
going
owner
into
know
it.
that, so it was
You know that going into it. The only one that I would give it maybe a pass to would be the kind man, and he is a kind man. The man who is the host and creator of Treehouse Masters. When you and I had the flu in Philadelphia, we laid in bed together. I don't know if you remember this. In separate
Didn't
beds.
we interview Treehouse Master guy?
In separate beds. I don't know if we did or not. It all runs together.
I
I
feel
can't
like we
remember
did.
anything.
I feel like you did
But
too.
he is the nicest man. And I feel like that guy actually, when he builds the treehouse, he builds it to last, right? I feel like that
those
guy,
people are paying $200,000 for a fancy
he's got to make it
treehouse.
safe.
Yeah.
He's got to make it safe. But these people that you're like,
Hi, my name's Billy. Me and my daughter, we live in this double wide, and our mother died in a car accident 15 years ago, and we ain't got nothing.
and they come in, they swoop in, and they're like, we made you a swimming pool with 2 slides, and we gave you a hot rod room with all of your NASCAR gear everywhere, and a bed is like a NASCAR. It's all crap. Every single
I got
piece
an
of it
idea.
is crap.
Can we? 2023, right? We're at the end of the year.
Tom and Dan want to do what?
Well, okay. So for next year, can we bring back once a month, just once a month, an old school 90s radio promotion?
So we do 90s. So a 90s.
Yeah.
So once a month we find.
So, like, for instance.
Well, Mr. Beast is already doing this.
We're just copying Mr. Beast.
Take that, Beast!
Who's copying 90s radio. But so.
You big tooth fool!
One of my favorite 90s radio things to do is you make the intern's car, you pimp out the intern's car, right?
But you do
you
it.
made me drive the grift truck. For 5
We
years,
did this.
so-
We did this to Ross's van, and he wouldn't let
That's
us do
true,
it.
too.
He wouldn't
Well,
let us
I
do
want
it.
to do it again.
Ross was like,
And what was
'cause
Big
you know-
Tim's?
Yeah, you know Ross's
machine
calm.
that was a
gun van or
scam.
something.
You know how Ross has that element of calm anger? I think he'd agree with this. Where I think we're at the auto parts store when we're like, hey, can we put these Transformer Decepticon stickers on the back of your car? And Ross was like, if you do that, I think I will get in my van and drive away. I think I remember him saying that. And I'm like, well, that would be justified. We shouldn't do that. And then we didn't do it. We bought the stuff. We just stuck it in a bag and drove home.
Because I remember when Chunks from the Hideout
Oh, how dare you bring up radio royalty like that on our podcast.
had his like Honda Accord pimped out by a local like
You get a company that's just
car company.
You get a car company that's just okay to completely ruin the integrity of a stock automobile. Like a stock automobile
And I
is
remember
made to not be taken apart.
they painted it. It
It was
looked
like pink.
absurd.
It looked.
And then
They did it as a punishment.
They actually put
It's the
they
same-
put rims on it.
It's all radio. All radio hijinks are you find a person that is in a lesser position than you. Then what you do is you make them think, and they don't even have to think this. You just tell the audience that you're doing them a favor, and the audience is like, yeah. And then what you're really
That's
doing is you're
stupid.
really jackhammer BFing them by destroying their car, right?
But they don't care about the car because the car's
But
garbage.
they-
But then after
but
they
can't
bitch
get
about
back
it.
at you at all because you are of a higher power.
Yeah.
It's the what's his name? It's the it's everybody in Hollywood. It's the
Yeah.
Louis C.K. It's like you have more power than me, so I'm like, hey, we're gonna pimp your car. You want that? Yeah,
Well,
it's
Louis
gonna be
CK
great.
is a
So
little-
we're gonna spray paint it pink, and we're gonna stick.
He's I mean, he's in the corner.
No, but my
with
point
it.
is that you're taking a person that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have any power, and you're like, the only way for you to still be on this program is for us to stick
Right.
dildos all over your car and spray paint it pink, and you have to drive it around.
Yeah.
Ha ha! We say we're doing you a favor, but we're not.
And if you do this will give you the promotion, publicity. This will make
Yeah.
you famous.
You
and
gaslight them
You'll
into
be a
thinking this is going to
superstar.
help
Yeah,
their
yeah,
career,
yeah.
and then they do it because they're stupid.
And it
And
doesn't
they-
help the
It
career.
never helps their career. It's just a memory on the belt of the big fat radio guy.
The thing is, I say it like we say it doesn't, but it did for me. Like it did
Yeah,
a little
but-
bit, right?
But you like to work. It's different. If you could get the eyes on you, you have to be willing to work.
Yeah. But then if you are,
You also
it
don't
could-
care. You don't have any feelings. You're the perfect person to do this. You're literally this would never happen again.
But I
You're
say-
the Beatles of stunt boys because where are you going to find another stunt boy that doesn't have feelings?
But I say don't.
Sam?
I would tell everybody
Not
else
gonna
don't
happen.
do it. But it did work for me.
But I would
did
say
it?
more exactly. I did
Did it
because
do
I
more
would say
harm?
more people know who Drunky the Bear is than Tom Van.
Oh yeah, I know, and that doesn't really translate.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially, I always like it when someone's like, "I miss Drunky on the radio," and then someone's
like, "I'm on the radio 5 days a week."
That's a new shirt. That's a new shirt I'm going to put out. It just says, "I miss Drunky."
People tell me, they're like, "I miss you when you're 1 minute of comedy. I miss you." And then I'm like, "I do a show every day."
We don't like that.
And they were like,
We don't like that.
Yeah.
Hey, when are you going to?
Well, then what do you miss?
Hey,
I'm doing it.
You know what they miss.
Hey man, I was always hoping you'd spray paint Butler's car pink and stick dildos all over it.
It is odd when you tell someone they miss you, and
like
then
you're
say,
dead,
and then you're like, "I do this. You can listen to it." Like, no.
Well, mine's even
well,
worse.
Then why'd you say it?
I think mine's even worse because people go like, "Man, I miss you on the radio," and I'll be like, "Well, I do a podcast and I am on the radio." They're like, "No." They don't even know.
They want Buddy.
Like,
they want 1 minute of comedy.
Oh my! And then the first thing they'll say, "Oh my God, I didn't know you were a real little person."
Even if I did 1 minute of comedy on this show, they wouldn't mind. They're like, I still miss
Not
it.
the same.
Like, what do you miss? Do you miss it? I don't think you do. Also, if you did miss, say I said that to someone, right? Because I didn't know what they were doing. And I'm like, man, I really missed this. And then they told me, well, I do this, and here's how to find it. I would pretend at least, even though I know I'm like, I just said that, I would pretend to be like, oh, I'll check it out.
Right.
But they never say it.
No,
They're just like,
no.
no.
Yeah, they always have. I'll say like, well, you know, we do a podcast. You can go to Tom.
That happened a lot at the Beer Fest.
They'll cut me off, Sam. I'll be like, well, we do a podcast now. You can check it out at Tom. No. They'll just roll right over.
They're
me
like, I don't know. Well, I'm like, I think it's easier than the radio.
You can
now.
type it into your phone.
You push a button.
I ain't got a phone.
And then it plays, and then you're like, oh, gotta get out of the car stop. I think it's easier.
And you miss nothing.
I think it's easier.
You miss nothing.
Is it harder? I don't know.
We have a button on
Not
our
now,
app.
right? It's 2023.
You can hit a button on our app and talk into it and talk directly to it. It goes literally, it goes to my pocket. It goes directly to my pocket.
That's fine.
So what
doesn't
90s,
matter.
let me ask you this, what 90s bit, there's a ton of classics. I say if we're going to do this and you want to do it right, we're not going to be able to blow our load. You're going to have to start easy to see if it works. So don't start with like your white whale. You got to start with some 90s shenanigans that
I really
want to
do.
I want to paint Tiffany's. I want to paint Tiffany's.
Now she's a MILF, right?
I want to paint.
So now it's a different
Hold on a
level.
second. I was talking about helping her paint the salty scissors.
How dare you?
You know what, Sam? You're fired. I got the
We've
taste.
got a lot of problems out of you.
I got the taste. The only way you can get back
I've got a lot of problems with people.
Sam, you're fired. The only way you can get back on the
Thank
show
God,
is if we
finally.
paint. I got the
Can I
taste.
get a severance at least?
I got the taste out. You get 3 months, just like Twitter. I just sent you an email. It says, "Do you want to still work for Tom and Dick?
Now-
Click yes or no."
Now, okay, hold on. Now you got me fired up here.
I got a
because-
little taste. My teeth are fizzing.
Because if I know anything about 90s radio, the hosts, you have to prey on the people that are vulnerable, right?
We don't have anybody vulnerable.
Well,
here.
okay, back to Tiffany, because I was texting Tiffany
I
earlier
don't want
on.
her. She's a
Why
mom
are you
now.
texting her? She's a married woman.
About her business,
I don't
Salty
wanna,
Sisters.
I don't want to get involved.
No, okay, well, hold on.
She's a mom. You got 2 beautiful children,
no.
a loving husband. No.
Because I say vulnerable
She's out of
because
the
she's gone. They're open now. They've gone through a tremendous amount of work, like so much work that. I can't even imagine the amount of work it would take to open up a bar, get the menu, the staff. I mean, you have to redo the whole damn thing. There's so many things. Anyway, she was talking to me about like promoting her weekdays, and like she's like, I gotta just promote the weekdays. Our weekends are packed, but that's the hardest part for like a lot of these places. Like how to get people in during
Same for us. Same for us with our ART&D for God's sake.
The weekends are booked out. No one
gotta open up a Salty Sisters there.
Monday
Satellite
through Thursday.
location.
Yeah. And so that's when we invite her in, and we're like, we'll promote the weekdays for you.
Yeah.
But this comes with a cost.
I'm standing there with a jug of orange paint. We need some jack-o'-lantern.
It's hard.
How about the shamrocks?
You have to you be able to sleep at night knowing you're doing you're like and you justify.
And you don't paint them with a
when
brush.
When are we doing the sleepover again?
Oh, we can do it right here. I got the cameras.
We have an Airbnb.
Yeah. That's true. We do. We just have to put toilet cams in.
We'll break all the.
I'm not.
Paintings off the wall that are hanging by one nail.
Because
can we do an old school Tampa style voyeur dorm?
Okay.
With 6 of the hottest, internationally beautiful ladies. I'm talking, we got everybody represented. Nubian queens, Asian princess.
Okay.
We got the big Pamela Anderson. We got a BBW. We got everybody. A little something for everybody. 8. We'll have to do 8 beautiful women of all shapes and sizes in the Tom and Dan Voyeur dorm.
Okay, and then people just go and watch it.
Yeah, let's see who's in the bedroom. Oh, look, she's reading. Oh, who's in the kitchen? Oh, look, they're making ramen. Who's on the toilet cam? Uh-oh.
Please find the twister.
This is a time.
People will watch it, right?
100%.
Ask
at work.
Ask
they get
Twitch.
fired.
Can we put it on Twitch?
They're waiting for it. They're already saying.
Yeah, you could put it on Twitch. You wouldn't have. You could not
No
do
nudity.
You couldn't do any nudity, and you'd have to be real careful
That's for
with
the Discord.
with asses hanging out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you could do like something. What can you
His
do?
brain shut down.
What can you do on Twitch?
Just walk around
no
in
drugs and no nudity.
You walk
That's
around.
clear.
You walk around in your
can-
bikini.
No guns.
Can you do bikini?
You can
Yeah,
walk around in
bikini's
bikini.
fine.
You go hot tub. You can go in the
Maybe
hot
some
tub.
Fairvilla
We don't have a
outfits.
hot tub.
Then you got to do that really weird thing.
Fairvilla.
We can borrow the inflatable one we gave to the BDM.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the
Can
back.
never be deflated
Yeah.
though. He said.
We have some grass problems.
Yeah. Do we? We still have the grass problems.
Well,
There's been a wolf
we
that's
got
been
a
going
lot
back
of
there and peeing on all the grass, and the grass is turning brown because we had a wolf or coyotes.
Malachi's revenge.
We got some coyotes back there been peeing everywhere.
Just should we update the pictures because the grass is not looking like that anymore? Like I feel like
it's fine.
I feel no one
got
even
any more-
goes
Nobody
inside.
goes back
We
there.
should have never put grass.
Let's
God
keep-
damn it!
let's keep it on
what
brand.
a waste.
Let's keep it
I
on
paid
brand.
$500 for that grass.
Let's paint it and keep it on brand. Paint the grass.
Paint it green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
I don't think anybody cares.
It'll be on brand.
No.
Nobody goes back there except for
No.
the wolf that's back there. There is a coyote pack that lives in the back of our Air T&D, and they pees all over the sod.
Like, is that all it would take if we started just heavy into the 90s and then we did the voyeur dorm? And
90s
all,
are back.
yeah.
Like,
well, that
would-
part of the 90s
could
isn't
we
back
kill
there,
it?
right?
Could we kill it? Because that's easy to do. It's against everything. Or like, actually, we never said we hated it.
I think
We
it's
love
hard
it.
to find.
It's a love-hate.
Is it hard to find
I love
ladies
it.
that are willing to do that?
Well, you have to pay them. Well,
No, we'd have to pay them in exposure. We were never paying any of these girls, and none
yeah,
of
but times have changed. Now they got the internet.
the voyeur dorm girls were getting free room and board in exchange for them walking around in their pajamas and like thongs on the thing, and then occasionally sneak in each other's beds, or you're gonna shower cam.
Yeah.
I think I just subscribed for shower cam.
We just have
Sam,
to-
look up voyeur dorm and look up
That-
the history of it. I want to know what happened. When did it,
It
fall
doesn't
apart?
exist.
When did it fall apart?
It fell apart when social media, I think, became prevalent because then
People
everybody
are like, "Do you need help?" And they're like, "Yes, we do," and then they left.
well, everybody could just do it themselves. Now, essentially, that's what
OnlyFans is.
OnlyFans is voyeur dorm. It's just they do it themselves, and they're like,
For
well,
some reason, it's not as much fun with them doing them themselves. I like thinking that
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a man in the sky projecting the beams to the internet, and then I'm really in there, looking at them.
Well, yeah, the it's like a reality show, right? It's
Yeah.
they're walking through the house.
I bet
you're
it went
looking at
longer
'em.
than we think.
I remember. Listen, I
From
remember
August
when we.
1998 to June 2000, Voyeur Dorm generated over $3 million from subscription and sales.
God damn.
That's
impressive.
Learning the local law enforcement officers were investigating the business in 98. Voyeur Dorm wrote to Tampa's zoning coordinator to inquire about whether the city's zoning codes applied to the activities at 2312.
Don't write to the shut your mouth. Don't say anything. That's what we're doing.
That's the problem is that then all of a sudden you get nosy neighbors. They're like, oh, they're running all.
God, I saw them with their breasts exposed.
They're running some sort of
Cat house.
Sex
They're running a
operation
house of
in like a
ill
neighborhood.
repute.
Yeah. So anyway,
Interesting.
Okay, so
there's that.
what would we start
Can
with?
we put our hand? Can we do the hand on the something?
The Mr. Beast?
Oh yeah, or the Wii for the Wii. Like
We could bring Wii for a
Wii for
Wii.
Wii?
Wii's aren't like people don't want Wii's anymore, and there aren't any Wii's.
I mean, what, an old. I have an old one.
Let's do. You hold your poo for an Xbox. There it is. There it is. Hold your poop for an Xbox.
We're like, oh, he's dying.
I'm poisoning my body. I just want a Series X.
And you're like, Big Rick, it's only been 3 hours.
I can't do food trucks, brother. That was my big Rick.
All right. We got a lot done here.
Did we?
We got to start with, what are we going to start with? Okay, here's the one we start with. We start with a classic and we go easy. 3 couples, all kissing.
Okay.
The first one to pull their lips apart loses. The winner gets, got to be something big.
Yeah.
What does the winner get?
Like
all expense paid to Sandals Resort. There you go.
All right.
Caradonna trip to Sandals Resort.
Well, we need Caradonna or Sandals to pay for that.
Well, they're all going to lose. There'll be some fine print in there. It's like,
yeah, as long as we get the company to put up the prize, then we could do it. But we need some sort of other revenue stream. That's not going to get us attention.
I just don't think we can come up with a prize that is fancy enough for what we're trying to pull off, right? Like, my first idea would be we get a motorcycle, a mediumly priced, good,
from like Seminole Power
Sports, right? And then we get the motorcycle and we do the hand thing that way. And my dream would be that some big fat grandma won it.
Okay.
I love it. I love when prizes go to people who can't use them. That's one of my favorite things.
How long, because you have to legally have a bathroom there.
Why do you legally? I don't understand that.
Because I'll sue you.
For what reason? You're opting into this. I'm not telling you. If you need to use the restroom, leave and use the restroom. That's not on me.
Yeah.
I don't make the decision for you to hold your poo-poo till you die. That's on you.
But they do. But then when they die, their family sues us.
No, but that's un-American, man. This
they're like,
that's actually the most American.
Well, but I hate that. You chose to do that, and you're going to blame me.
I
offered you a motorcycle. This is how you repay me by suing me?
Well, the argument is that you put them in a situation.
No,
that
they came here.
But they couldn't. They wanted to win the
motorcycle
but that's not
so
my
bad.
Fault. They killed themselves.
That's not my fault. That's mental illness, and they were crazy for motorcycles. That's not my fault.
I know for motorcycles. Well, I agree with you, but I'm just saying what I believe Mo would tell us.
I hate that.
They're like and listen, people have been fired all for this real bad.
I know.
Although I don't know if it was because the threat of a lawsuit, because of the lawsuit, or if they won the lawsuit. I think they just got fired because the company didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But we don't have any money, so we're protected. Seriously, we're protected by a lot because we don't have the money. We're not a $1 billion corporation. $1 billion corporations get scared; they're going to get sued for millions.
I mean, I feel like I could argue in court, even with no Mo needed. I think I could argue in court and go ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I never told this person that this motorcycle is ever going to change their life or make them a great person. They should be smart enough to know that if you are hurting and need to go to the restroom, you go to the bathroom.
But then you lose.
You don't. That's on you. You understand the stakes. And you also understand that a motorcycle is not as important as your life. But if you do think the motorcycle is as important as your life, who am I to take away that right?
But then that's what Mo is arguing. Actually, Mo doesn't take the but he distances himself after.
He would not even touch this.
But whatever.
Not with a 10-foot Mo.
That's what our attorney would argue. But the prosecuting attorney would get they would villainize us and make us look like we created a situation that was dangerous for people, and then they wanted to win so bad that they put themselves in harm, and therefore it's on us. But then when they do their discovery and find out we have no money, then case is missed. Because then the person's like, well, I can't even get any money. That happened with Adam Carolla. That's why those the
patent trolls,
the patent trolls stopped their lawsuit. Because I followed him at that time when that was going through all that.
That was the closest we ever got to Adam Carolla. We had a meeting with one of his producers, and he was like, yeah, what do you guys want to do? And we're like, they're coming after us too. We're going to get with you. And they're like, this is great. We're going to rally. And then they ghosted us from then on out.
Well, because they dropped the lawsuit when
now we don't need you guys.
Well, when they did discovery about how much they were misinformed, or they thought he was making way more money off his podcast business. Now, obviously, 100 times more than we do, and at the time, I'm sure millions, but not enough for the patent troll to go after, because it costs a lot to go through with this, and they thought they would be able to get a lot. And a lot of times the settlement is just like, hey, we'll pay you $800,000 just to get away, but they don't have I'm sure Corolla's business at that time didn't have
It didn't.
a bunch. When you're talking about gigantic corporations, they have that kind of liquid money sitting around just to pay people off, and that's what a lot of these like trolls do. Well, they'll just sue to get paid off. But once they figure out they can't get paid off, they'll leave. And that's it. You know, so you almost not having money is your defense against lawsuits. I'm pretty sure. Because they won't sue you for
You're
they can't get
convincing me.
anything.
It sounds great. Write that down to Ask Mo, Sam.
I don't think they'll sue you because even though we could be sued out of existence, like our company would be done, but they won't get anything, so it's not even worth their time to ruin our company for what? You know,
just to be petty.
Yeah, well, there is that.
But that's not what lawyers do.
Yeah, most lawyers are not.
Yeah. And then for
that
those
would be
kind of
me,
things.
Dan Dennis, lawyer, the petty lawyer.
Now, if we killed your grandma because she couldn't poop for days, then maybe the grandson would sue us because
she didn't need an Xbox anyway.
She lived a long life.
Well, she did it for her grandson. Who's suing us now?
Been doing that. You should be at home watching Judge Mathis.
Anyway,
I got a voicemail for you. Here you go.
Tom, Dan, Sam, last night I heard a little bit of Toby Keith's Should Have Been a Cowboy. Don't ask me how or why because I don't really know, but I heard a little bit of it and I thought, oh man, that verse part sounds a lot like the band Five Iron Frenzy's Oh Canada. Love the show. Bye.
Okay, so he says Toby Keith's I Should Have Been a Cowboy sounds like Five Iron Frenzy's Oh Canada?
Not familiar.
I mean,
with
I can pull it
Canada.
up and we can do a
let's
quick.
compare.
Okay, so
I am familiar with Should Have Been a Cowboy.
I mean, at this point in time, everybody knows that people are coming up with the same stuff, and they're not stealing from each other. It's just
sometimes they are, but
they are. Yeah, you're right. Some people do steal, but a lot of this is two people coming up with the same riff or melody or whatever. Because there's only so many chords you could use, and the
arrangements.
Yeah, the arrangements. So most likely, two songs will sound identical, even though they have nothing to do with each other.
Do you ever look and see what other people are listening to on the side here? Old Tony Monget, Brown Trump, is listening to Enter Sandman by Metallica. Look at that.
I don't like that. I don't want people peeping on what I'm listening to.
Here's some Toby Keith, Should Have Been a Cowboy. I think he said, did he say the verse or the chorus?
Hasn't Toby Keith been accused of this before with like a Red Solo Cup and?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Wasn't he with something with the old Cheeseburger in Paradise guy? Didn't they fight?
Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah, right?
Maybe. Yeah, I think Toby
About
may
some
have,
kind of bar
may have
song?
lifted. I like this bar. I love this bar.
Right?
Yeah.
That was
Look up the controversy on I Love This Bar.
I Love This Bar I think that was a local like country music artist that
Maybe you're right.
that wrote that song and then accused Toby Keith of stealing it, and then they played it side by side, and it seemed obvious.
Here's Oh Canada.
I've never even heard of Five Iron.
Might be the same key. I think I already heard it. I think it's in the same key. Holy crap, this guy's got good ears. Could have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope and ride. It's the same key. Sir, are you a musician? I'm pretty sure this is in the same key.
But that could be completely random, right?
Oh yeah, totally. I hear it though.
And I'm sure artists and singer-songwriters, they hear stuff and then they're like, "Oh, I like that."
Sam and I do it all the time.
Melody, and then we'll just switch it up a little bit and then take
one
it
of the
from
most
themselves.
famous is "We're Not Gonna Take It" is "Oh Come All You Faithful." So we're not gonna take it.
Yeah.
Oh come all ye faithful. We're not gonna take it. Same thing.
All that is
He
fine
says
to me.
that too.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I listened to this song. I like this song. I made it this song.
If you steal someone, and also it's like, what have you stolen from them? Like, say there's some like a local musician and they play a song, and then you hear it, and you're the more popular person, and you hear it, and you take the melody or whatever, take a little bit of it, modify it for your own, and play like. Technically, you're stealing from that person essentially, but you're not actually taking any money from that person's pocket, right? Because they're you know what I'm saying? Because you have the bigger voice, and I know it sounds unfair, but by you doing that didn't really negatively affect it. If anything, if the person then goes on the internet and says like, hey, you stole my stuff, you're going to get publicity from morning shows and people talking about it. They'll play your song and you know what I'm saying? They do that. Yeah. So essentially that person helped you get publicity, right?
You've always been willing to look at that without the pettiness that we were just talking with, which is a good quality to have.
But so it's not hurting you in any way. You could make an argument it actually helped you, right?
You could.
Because if they didn't do any of that, then now you could make the argument maybe my song would have blown up.
Wow.
But that's a
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
So it was a local guy from Key West, which is why I probably put Jimmy Buffett in my brain.
Yeah.
I got thrown out, but there was also I didn't realize that there was an I Love This Bar and Grill. Where he had multiple locations, and they all got shut down because of lawsuits for not paying landlords, contractors, and suppliers.
All of them?
All of them.
Let's open up a new Toby Keith. I Love This Bar and Grill.
17 out of 20 locations closed earlier.
We'll do what they did with Steak and Shake. Remember when it was Steak and Shake, and then underneath it said "Buy Boogie Daddy." It had like a crazy, it had like some Italian. It was like, hey man, it's Steak and Shake. By Bugaderi. And I'm like, hold on a second. Who's Bugaderi? And it's a restaurant group.
Big Laurie.
Big Laurie. Big Laurie. It's like, who is Big Laurie?
Don't even have that.
Sardar Big Laurie.
Yeah, when you Sardar Big Laurie.
That's his name.
But what does that
better
help?
Be careful. What nationality is his? I'm not.
Iran.
Iran, we're playing them today, too.
We are.
You're going down, Iran. You're going down, Big Laurie. You hear me, Big Laurie, USA. Oh, say, can you see?
If I see you eating a Steak and Shake today.
They're all closed down, aren't
No,
they?
there's one left. There's one. I don't think it's a Bugalari. I did that. Get that off our goddamn side.
Paint over the Bugalari.
Paint over the Bugalari. I'm not eating an Iranian. I'm not eating it. No, did you see where the U.S. men's national team guy had to apologize for calling it Iran? I think you're supposed to correctly say Iran.
Iran.
I was doing that yesterday with Tom Dresser by accident. I know.
We're so stupid.
But then I was like, I wonder if people are going to think I'm being
disrespectful.
Disrespectful. I've always in my head called it Iran.
A lot of people do.
Well, there's that song.
Iran
that
so
song.
far away.
I know. There's a song by Clint Black that's I rock 'em up in Iran.
God.
Like it's like some sort of like Middle East song. It's like, whoa, what are you doing, Clint Black?
I rock Iran. He's saying it. Anyway.
You want to do a couple more voicemails?
Yeah.
All right, let's try this one. Hopefully this one's not making fun of you for saying follow me here.
Hey everyone, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I need you to follow me here. I knew a guy in high school who would say honestly before everything that would make sense and also not make sense. For no reason, he would just say, honestly, bro. Honestly. And he was always lying. He's the biggest thief, biggest liar, the biggest POS that I remember. That's it.
I got one of those too. Everybody has something that they say a lot. I'll tell you right now, I don't know Sam's, but I know you and I's right now, and I'm trying to change mine actively. I don't know if you do this. I try to change mine when I get into a rut. I try to change it. A couple months ago, I went through a dope phase. I'm kind of inching back in there now. I'm trying to pull myself out of dope. Where I'm at right now, and I hate it because it can come off condescending to clients and people that I actually care about. They'll say something, and I'll be like, I love it. Do I really love it? I don't know.
That's a very good.
It is a very good, and I'm trying to be more mindful.
I love it. It's fine.
I like it.
I love it. I want some more of it, unless it's Iran.
Write that down.
Okay.
I
could be a
People say literally all the time.
Me and Tom, we did our literally phase. Yeah.
It's a sign of you have a small vocabulary. I saw that on TikTok. Like when they were listing off like signs, you have a small vocabulary, and then each thing, I was like, I do that.
I say that all the time.
That's me.
And I'm like, man.
I literally say that literally all the time.
There's the literally thing. thing, and they use it wrong as well too, because you're like, that's not the correct
Right.
way you use the term literally.
I have found myself.
I don't think you're.
You don't know what it means. You don't know the definition. You're just yelling words. There's
Oh.
nothing I hate more than when I find out I've been using a word wrong. You know, like you find that out, and then you're shamed. You know.
As long as you admit that you're stupid, then I feel that people are like, "Oh, it's the."
It
people,
happened on the camping trip.
It's dumb people trying to sound smart, and that's where you go wrong.
No, it happened at your house. It happened at your house, and I'm just having a couple drinks, having a little pool party. Your friend Fernando's in the kitchen. He's cooking up. He's burning actually some arepas. I had to get a shot at him.
Oh.
And he's burning them. Well, actually, your wife said he burned them. I didn't try them. And we were talking about the art exhibit, the Basquiat. Art exhibit here in town.
Yeah.
And we were all calling it baskets. We were like, hey, man, did you see that baskets thing? Man, that's crazy. That's all counterfeit, man. Counterfeit baskets. And he was like, I don't know what a basket is. Do you guys mean Basquiat?
That's his Miami fancy.
What's his name? Is John?
Miami fancy.
Do you mean Jean-Pierre Biscuit? He said it, and he did that move where he's like, I don't know what a basket is. Do you guys mean Jean-Pierre Biscuit? And I was like, hold on a second, man.
You know what we meant.
Hold on a second, man. You know me, and you know that I know what that means. I'm just lazy mouthing it.
They got art basil down there.
Yeah, art basil. I got basil up here. I put it in Muscati sauce.
They got some of my Andres and Fernando.
They think they're better than us.
They go.
You're not better than us.
They go to Bayfront Park. They walk around. They look at
that. That's lovely.
They're like, look at these.
I've never seen a better representation of post-modern depressionism in my life.
There's 99 red umbrellas.
What does that mean? That's the one that's missing is for the souls that were lost. Get out of here with your garbage.
You're walking through, and they're like, all right, some red umbrella.
Yeah.
Like this. How
much?
What?
Honestly, this is gonna hurt a lot of artists that listen to the show's feelings. But I look at your art, I look at it, I walk by, I look at it, and I go, man, I could do that. I just don't choose to. I don't choose to do it. I don't have the time to do it. I don't have time to sit around and like.
Yeah, we can get 99 red umbrellas and then some people to put it around.
Yeah. You're talking about art installation? Oh, dude, I can pull art installations out of my rear. You're talking about the ones.
They do that.
Oh my God, like me.
And then people walk around.
Oh, here's one. I thought of one right now. Okay, here's one right now. You put me in a newspaper box.
Okay.
And you cut the newspaper box out where it's just my head. And as people walk by, I just tell them one piece of news. Art installation.
I got one. We have a field of white rain boots.
Yeah, everywhere.
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 That's it.
One of the ones that I support, and I see it around town a lot is, and I'm surprised that other people don't support it, is when people take brown paper bags and they smush it and twist it into a mushroom, and then you stick it in the ground, and you paint the top of it.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
I've seen that
You
before,
see those all around town. And I'm like, I can do that. I can smush some bags and stick them on the
I
ground.
have not seen that.
I'm a big fan of the solo cup in the chain link fence spelling a word.
That's not art. That's not art. That's school. That's what schools do.
It's art to me.
That's what schools do.
When I see it, I'm like, art. Why is that art and the umbrellas are not?
What does that say? It says Seabreeze High School.
That's just as much art as the umbrellas.
So you think Seabreeze High School and red solo cups is just as important as
yes, I do.
Basket.
That's my stand.
As a John Pierre basket.
That's my stand. Anyway.
I almost said Jean-Luc Picard, which is the captain of the...
Yeah, Star Trek.
How's he doing?
Picard?
He's aged well, right?
He has aged
He's
well.
looked the same for a long time.
Well, I mean, he was born to play Professor X, right? I mean, that guy. What's that guy's name? Wilford Brimley. No, it's Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. He's looked the same for 25 years, I feel like.
Well, that's what happens when your hair falls out.
Yeah, like you start old young.
Jeff Bezos is going to age like that.
Yeah.
Where he'll just stay like that for a very long time.
But he's also doing like HGH and he's doing every single.
You think he is? Patrick Stewart?
No. Bezos. Have you seen Bezos? He's all
kind of ripped.
Yeah.
He's kind of jacked up a little bit.
And he's doing.
He got that Ric Flair body a little bit.
He's spending the money on trying to live as long as he can. I talked to Michael about this, like with all like doing stem cell. Like he's doing whatever the most expensive thing. And he's apparently started a company figuring out that just putting money into figuring out how to live longer. So he's putting millions of dollars into figuring out how he could live longer, which makes sense.
Well, a lot of that's got to be his mentality, though, I would imagine, not just his body. There's got to be a lot of de-stressors. There's got to be a lot of things they're trying to teach him how to do in order to...
Well, why not? You have unlimited money. Why not spend as much as you can to try to live the longest possible and the best health, right?
Someone in the chat room just said, babies cord blood. And that reminded me.
Do you guys still have that?
We do. Mine is currently in my refrigerator.
Oh.
In the freezer. It's fine. It's under 2 DiGiorno's. No, stuffed crust.
We're still storing it, but now can't they take
Can they shoot that into my back to make my back?
I bet they could.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I go to one of these places and go like, yo, I got a whole ass load of cells for my daughter when she was born.
But I think they can take it out of your own body now.
I don't want that. I want the one for my daughter where the fresh cells. My cells are all rotten inside.
I think then there's new technology where they could actually separate like stem cells from your own.
I can use that though. Would that be considered reckless for the father to use the cells to repair his back and knee and hip?
Well, that's what it's for, but I don't know if we're there yet. We're just
Is
injecting.
It for you guys or for your kids?
It can be. They told us when we got this.
Because it's
they
your
told
genetics.
us that because it's our genetics, it can be used for anyone within the family. And I was
Okay.
like, yes! That was my first reaction.
But because by the time Maisie gets old enough, they'll have
Dude,
another.
Have you seen her lately?
Yeah.
She's shredded. She's ripped.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah,
Although she
yeah.
did complain that her wrist hurts and her ankle hurts because she never stops. So she is on rest right now. I told her, don't be flipping at school because she's constantly flipping.
Yeah. But all athletes have little tweak
I
problems
told her,
here and
you
there.
gotta- So last night she was icing her leg and watching TV. She hates it. Hates it and still hates it.
Oh, like sitting in the ice bath, like.
No, I wish. Like Wim Hof or like Joe Rogan or
Well,
something.
no, more like any NFL player after.
No, she just puts a bag of ice on her ankle and sits there and watch cartoons.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more corporate time.
All right. What's up, guys?
Sorry, we went a little long.
Did you guys have a good time? Oh, yeah. Awesome. There are a lot of people out there, so you certainly...
Yeah, Deborah missed her claim to fame. Everybody was coming up going, where's Deborah?
Yeah, they love her, man. They love you on the show.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that I would have rather been there considering the outcome.
Yeah. Oh, so sorry.
Work experience. So I brought Jacques because I'm still fighting the heaviness in my chest.
Man.
So talking.
I'm sorry.
He's my backup.
All good. Is that 1 and 2? Sam?
Yes, 1 and 2 for tonight.
Sorry.
Oh, we got fun stuff. So excited.
How was festival?
3 or 4, sorry.
Okay, so we'll need 20.
Yeah.
Freaking killer.
Okay, great. That's
Everywhere.
awesome.
Just off the board good.
I had a lot of friends go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny is that I don't know how to age grade that event anymore because it's not. Yeah, it really is. You've got people my age that do it up a little more reserved. Then there are people that don't. They go crazy. And then, you still have your normal swath of younger folks. So. Oh yeah, sorry. They're loud. You would think that we had put something a little quieter on there, but.
Yeah. Well, right after the hurricane, I'm opening up the stores, so I'm taking off the shutters and all that stuff. And I come to the Orlando store, I take the doors off, and it's 7:30 in the morning. So my managers show up, and I'm like, okay, well, if you need me, just call me. And I go to leave, and there's already starting to get a lineup at the front door, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna get changed.
Yeah, and
So I'm
start checking
was-
people. Good Lord, yeah.
Nuts, man.
Last minute buys and people slipping through and.
Because we were closed on Thursday for the hurricane.
Gotcha.
People were mad at us.
They're like, we need our stuff, man.
Let me make sure these cameras are working. You guys are on Twitch right now. Looking good. I will give you more space. We do not need this there.
Thanks.
We don't need these guys.
Yeah, well, it's Christmas time. This is holiday season.
man.
We got stuff.
This is your time.
It is absolutely our time.
Especially coming out of, this is you for what you will be doing. I'm sorry.
Nope, I'm good.
Got that. Okay.
Myself.
Let me make sure this main camera is okay.
or a girl? It's a guy, right?
I was gonna wear it, but we don't need to see that.
Oh, that's neat. Maybe that should be our first 90s punishment.
Here, Tom.
I'll wear that. An assless elf outfit. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
All right. And Chuck's on blue mic. Got that on. Got Deborah's mic on. Okay.
I'm here.
We are good. Everybody's got headphones and can hear.
Yep.
Check, check. Hey, hey. All right. Mr. Van, why don't you bring us back?
Okay.
3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. All right, we've got a ton of things in studio.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Deborah and Jacques are here from Fairvilla Megastore. How you guys doing?
Good, good.
I'm doing great.
It's good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being at our beer fest.
It was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
It's
great.
always fun when we have like our clients and our, our kind of our like businessy folks that are woven in there, because a lot of people come out there, and it was good to know that people were,
awesome.
looking for Deborah, and they love you on the show.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there. Trust me, I wanted to be there, but I couldn't.
You have a lot of admirers.
I had some prior engagements, but I'm gonna really try to be at the next one.
You got it.
I love your peeps. They're awesome.
We
man.
could probably make it a little better too. I think we're in the
we're
works of
working on
really
it.
making the beer fest. I know everybody had a good time, but Tom and I still think we can do better.
Yeah.
So just be on the lookout for that. So we got through EDC.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Am I missing something else that we talked about? Because I like to try to follow up. Because
we had some good Black Friday sales.
Nice.
People were showing out for that. Really appreciate that. So no, but yeah, I think EDC was the big thing. You know, we had a really nice Halloween season, but EDC was out of the park.
Yeah.
Everybody was so awesome in Central Florida visiting all of our stores. We expanded our selections in every location. And really well received.
Love it.
And
That
we
is
really
awesome.
appreciate that too.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I can't stop looking at the fireman blow-up doll. because
Nothing says holiday like a
brought
fireman
this
blow-up
just for
doll.
you.
So because
Fireman.
Fairvilla
Fireman.
has a lot of stocking stuffers, a lot of gifts that you may
Fun things. Novelties.
Yes.
Which I feel like this is one of them, because it's hard for me to believe that anybody would really use this, but it could be used.
There's so
it's
many
more
different
of a
ways
gag
to
gift.
use
What
it.
is it?
I mean, there's so many different ways. Like, let me just riff, if I may.
Sure.
I would say passenger in your car, so you can ride on the new express lanes faster.
True.
Dress it up, put it in your bed, hug it. Maybe your dog needs moral support on the couch watching Judge Judy while you're away. Put it on the couch.
Well, I can't show the back of it, but you'd have to
Here,
put a
let me-
washcloth over the bottom part
wow.
of it. yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But
He is he's an amplifier man.
Got a big hose?
Yeah.
Big hose.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Nice.
Come on.
She got a 90s hat on.
Great
Yeah, you guys started
white
it.
elephant gifts too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So the selection that we brought today, just so you know, I went to the staff. I was like, y'all tell me what you want to promote. Let me know what's in, what
Oh, I
you
like
think is
that.
fun. And so we do get a lot of people come in for white elephant gifts. And that's pretty funny.
Do you remember I got myself into some trouble using one that you'd given us from a
Yes.
a performer that was in town? Drummer in a rock band, forget his name. He had
Yeah.
a pierced ding dong. It was mega. He had a mold of it. He gave everybody on the show a mold. And I mean, it's an expensive ass. This is an $80 toy. Some of them had the thing and the thing. This one had the real piercing, and he's like, "That's my real jewelry." You know, like saying all that. I gave it at the White Elephant, and I gave it to this completely out of his mind ex-military. The dude started flipping out. He's like, "Who did this? Who gave the dildo?
Didn't he throw it on
I'll
the
kill
floor?
you!" Yeah, he body slammed it. He's yelling. He's, "I don't want that!" And then the host of the party ran outside and stuck it to her door and said, "Now everybody will know where the party's at." She loved it. And then I
awesome.
reluctantly handed him my DVD copy of Elf. I was like, "Here, take this. I don't need any gifts. I'm their neighbors." So true story. But yeah, if you want to make a splash at a party, this is the place you go to get all the fun gifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so let's talk about the ceramic Santa pipe.
Okay, that's a little less.
You guys know I love to bring in these pipes by Fashion Craft, and they do have a series for holiday.
Yeah, this is like a little roast and toast, right? So you
Yeah.
get a little coffee in there. Maybe you get whatever type of flavored tobacco or medical marijuana you use, and and that's I believe that one's just a little bubbler, right?
Very festive.
Yeah, that's cute.
And so this is the type of gift that you give to someone as like, hey, happy holidays. I know you like to.
I'm getting this for Dr. Shenlate. That's what our medical marijuana doctor. That's what I'm getting him.
You're going to put it on his desk.
I will buy. I'm going to drive to
Okay.
Fairvilla. I'm going to get Dr. Shenlate from Bud Docs. I'm getting him one of those. I'm going to say, hey, I dropped by another one of our partners, Fairvilla. I'm sure he knows of you guys, and he will love it.
Imagine if you like just actually enjoyed smoking pipe tobacco and you carried around a little satchel or whatever, and then you're like, "This is my favorite pipe." And then like, here, 365 days, you carry this in your pocket.
You know what's
and
funny?
you pull out and you're smoking like
There
some
you go.
regular.
Yeah. You say that, but 40 years ago, my
tobacco.
grandfather carried around a pouch of tobacco, and he had a pipe in his pocket at all times.
Yeah, there
I
you
know.
go.
I mean, 40 years ago, right?
But I wanted to have the Santa head.
You know what?
A
He
little
was
bulky, but
he was
it
a
works.
fun guy. He probably would have tried to smoke his pipe tobacco out of that. That's actually a decent
That's
idea.
fun. That's fun.
Very
Love
cool.
that.
Let me see these shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to wear those so bad.
So these elf shorts.
They're a gem. Really.
You have nothing to say.
Well, there's
Now, is it meant
fur
to,
at the bottom.
Men's.
Is the
It's
fur
a-
hanging down meant to look like I've got white pubic hair?
I don't know, but I love
It's
it.
that Pete. Okay, I got
Oh.
to talk about the Pete Davidson Manscaped ad. Have you guys
Oh,
the
I
holiday
have.
ad?
Yes.
The holiday ad. It started out funny for me, but now it's disgusting because he goes to get the plate of cookies. And there's white hair everywhere, and he's like, "Oh," because Santa's been buzzing his boys,
Oh.
and I'm like, "No, man, like, nah, like that's like,
yeah.
And this is like the Manscaped thing. This is great.
It's nice fur lined. Come on.
Oh, they're fur.
Yeah.
Oh, they
How
got like
many,
little. These are really well made.
Those
many
are by
holiday-
Roma. So Roma is one of our festival companies as well. They do high-end lingerie. So the fact that they did this crazy-looking men's garment for holiday.
Hold on a
is
second. I think
awesome.
I think we got it wrong. I
What
think
is
these
that
are
right?
cuffs.
Oh, are they cuffs in
I
there?
think these are cuff
Oh, hold
links for
on.
your arms so you can be a sexy Chippendale elf. Because I think.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think these are little cuffs.
Oh, okay,
Get out.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
And you
See,
can
I
wear
didn't
them.
even know.
You can wear them either like I
Yeah.
would wear them backwards with the fur towards you, so you don't get it in your raviolis.
Okay,
That's just,
yeah.
that's what I.
This
that's
is
a-
why
I
our
like
team chose it for sure.
This is
because it's a
fantastic.
set. And that's a Velcro cuff.
Yeah,
right?
it's a Velcro cuff that goes. It's like a
Ah.
bracer that goes on your arm. You want to have the
Yep.
fur facing you, so you don't get it in your eggnog.
I liked
is
it better when I
fantastic.
thought that it was made so you look like you have a
think
a
that's-
downstairs Santa beard.
You wear it how you want to wear it.
Yeah,
Okay,
man. If you want to wear those on your legs or your
Okay,
thighs, you may.
You know what you could do though with that fur too? You can like rip it off and then use it as a tickler.
Whoa! Or turn your cuffs around,
Yeah,
right?
turn your cuffs around and
Turn
then,
your
yeah.
cuffs around and put them on the front, and then you just use your wrist to kind of dust the buttocks.
Never turn your cuffs. That's what I
He's
heard.
not adventurous. He never turns his cuffs.
So what else we have here?
We got some stockings, Christmas stockings, and this is just one of the many different types you can get. So we got a lot of.
Oh, those are cute.
They look
Yeah.
like candy canes.
So
Okay,
people
so-
are dressing up
Super
at the
cute.
We do a
restaurants.
little
love
crazy
those.
stuff, right? Firefighter, a little crazy. That last outfit, maybe a little too, crazy for people. This completely beautiful and tame, and something that can be a little naughty, a little sexy, but you don't have to go full, hanging your butt out if you don't want to.
And you could have your paddle with it too.
Yeah,
So-
true.
Ooh.
Little matchy.
Tom likes the
thing
paddles.
with
Every
that.
time you guys bring a paddle, this guy's eyes light up. He's
No,
like,
no,
hey now.
I'm
I'll add this one to the collection.
I'm always just curious of.
He's the only person I know that has a dartboard in his bedroom.
Uh-oh.
And when you open it up, it's just all
No.
like
Paddles?
dildos and
No,
things hanging. Yeah.
no.
Looks like a dartboard though.
That
sex
is a great
room?
No,
idea.
come on.
That
Yeah.
is-
So I have a friend that did that.
that's awesome.
When
I
you
love
open the
that.
dartboard, there's no darts. It's just paddles
Paddles
and
and stuff.
dildos.
That's-
And
Nice.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like when you're spanking,
Hey.
if there's any sort of awkwardness of like, do you say anything like?
Yeah, you have a safe word.
No, but I'm not even the safe word. But I'm saying to the person that's spanking, do I say like
Incoming.
or like
I'm going to
is this
spank
good?
you now. This is awkward.
No, I'm saying, is this good?
You can
You like
create a
it?
scene. You create that that safe space or that fun experience.
You got to start taking some of the Fairvilla classes.
Yeah.
Nah,
Too.
no,
How to talk
Yeah,
sexy.
do you really get done
know?
with sex and turn to your wife and go like, was that good?
He sits there in silence.
Yeah.
These are nice. But this one's got like almost like a side you can use as, again, like a tickler or just
Right.
like
It's for
sensory play.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's by Spartacus, and we have that in a really beautiful holiday green
Nice.
and red, right?
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt. It's very nice. Super smooth edges.
So what are these here?
Crazy socks, right?
This is some fun gift wrap.
Oh, okay.
When you
Yay.
need super sexy tissue paper, we got that.
Yep.
So these.
That's crazy.
I would like to wrap my son's gifts this year.
You would be out of a home, sir.
Well, I don't know if they wouldn't know what was happening with the snowmen.
They wouldn't understand.
They're also they're not very observant, just like you, so they probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, they just rip right into the gap.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
actually kind of the cool thing about a lot of the stuff you guys have. It would take people a second because it's so high quality, it's so well made. This tissue paper is like, you love it, don't you? I haven't even seen what they. Oh wow! Oh, it's these snow people are doing all kinds of different positions.
Gyrations.
And the big mama snowman she is.
Oh,
like,
that's the body type I like.
That lady is riding it. And
big snow mama?
I like a big snow mama.
This is a big snow mama. And I don't want to tell you the attention to detail.
Snow tees.
I'm trying to see. She does have massive snow tees. And I'm trying to see if I can show this. I don't think I can. But the funniest thing is look at this one where she's on top of him grinding.
Yeah.
Look at that. His toes are curled. Look at his little toes. Look at his little toes. His toes are curled. That's how it happens. That's what when she's doing it right. Whoa, Santa. This is
you know what? You never really see a snowman's feet. It just ends in the ball.
Yeah.
I thought he just walked on the ball.
Not this guy.
Yeah, he's got feet.
These are fantastic. So
They're super fun.
They got crazy gift wrap if you want to. Again, perfect for a white elephant. If you want to make a statement, if you want to be the one that's the most fun at the party, that's
the
what
game
you get.
because this is a good one too for a white elephant, and it's not dirty. It's a drinking game. Pick up sips. So pick up sticks.
Yeah.
But they made it into a drinking game. Like that's super cool. It's fun. You could take that anywhere.
So there's all the sticks. Like you remember how to play it, where you put them on, you put them on the bottom, you drop them.
I played this with my sons. He's got they've got one where it's like a toilet bowl, and then you put the sticks in the toilet bowl, and then it's the whole thing. So then, but they're horrible at it because I tell them, I'm like. You take the easy ones on the side that are not touching the marble or the thing that falls through.
This one's cool because every stick has a different thing that you sort of are points, and then so for instance, like a blue stick is 2 points. Player to your left takes 1 sip. So they have all these different rules, and then they say here that you can incorporate your own rules. I mean, this is just a little over $10. She's $11 or so. They have a lot of gifts.
A fun drinking game.
Look, if you guys want to go crazy, if you want a $300 personal massager, I'm sure you can find something up on the top stairs that gets insane. But if you want something reasonable, they have that too.
So these things right here are all edible products and all Christmas edible things. So not edible as in, not that kind of edible, but like a tasty edible.
Right, like a snack.
Okay, so you can't eat the entire thing, but or maybe you can. I feel like this, I could.
Great stocking stuffer.
Yes. What is that? A candy cane penis?
It is on a ring pop, isn't it?
Oh yeah, every candy cane peen should be in a ring.
It's like
That's true.
I feel like you could get away with.
I'm going to be throwing these in the Baldwin Christmas parade. I'm launching them out into the crowd. Happy, hello, Baldwin.
Without the packaging, I feel like someone would look at it and be like, "Man, this it looks like it, but it can't be."
It really does.
Yeah, because it's subtle enough where it's not egregious, especially because it's candy cane colored.
Yeah.
Again, what makes this so funny is this is a piece of actual pulled candy. Like the ribbon candy that they have to pull and hang on the hook. You ever seen how they make that?
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
The process hasn't changed since the 1840s. They're hanging it on the hook and they stretch it, hang it on the hook and stretch it, hang it on the hook and stretch it. I got to be careful with that. I don't want to get that on camera.
So I noticed, similar to the game theme, the 12 Days of Sexmas. So let's talk about that.
There's been nothing that's more you on that table than the 12 Days of Sexmas.
So that's by a company called Screaming O, and they really specialize in vibrating rings, if you know what I mean.
You love those.
But they also have little bullets and other fun stuff in there. So it's 12 days,
12
it's
different
a
rings.
great little box. Fun gifts for couples to share, 12 naughty nights. Right?
Oh, they got a swan bill.
Yeah, one of them is a duck bill. Yeah, like, what is that? Oh my god!
Can you quack?
That one's called drives you quackers.
And that is basically each day you can pick out a new
item to have
item.
some fun with.
That's
Absolutely.
almost like a naughty advent calendar, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only in a box.
Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, well, better than leaving it on the table for the kids to see, right? I mean, we make a lot of jokes here, but we want everybody to use these products as they are intended and to be serious about them.
Well, I can show the back of this because
you can.
Like all the loops I get, right? The rings.
Which one don't you get?
Guess which one I don't get. I don't get the predator spine.
Oh, the mohawk.
That's got a little vibe in it. That vibrates, and that is little nubbies for
Little Nubbies is my rap name.
for sensory pleasure.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of like you've been the only one I've known that has dabbled with some ringings. You're a ring man.
I said that one story one time.
You got stuck on you or something?
No.
You cut it off with a pair of vice grips?
No, it didn't.
Or
stuck.
kitchen shears?
No, I just didn't know how to properly use it. I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and it was a unicorn, and then it was but it was like it wasn't from Fairvilla. It was something. It was like a lesser made product.
Crap.
Yeah. And then I'm like got mad at it, so I threw it on the floor. Because I'm like, well, what is this supposed to do?
I think a lot of men, they get, because they don't have a place like Fairvilla, then you get mad at it, you usually throw it on the floor, throw it out a window, flush it down the toilet.
Yeah. Don't flush them down the toilet.
Yeah, do not do that. Okay, what else do we have here?
So,
let's keep moving.
Since we're talking gift sets, let's talk about some really nice stuff that, this isn't on the floor yet. It just came in, and it will hit the floor in the next couple days. But we have a new company called High on Love, and it's hemp-based lotions, topicals, plus they have
bath oil, massage oil. Yeah, this is great.
It is luxurious, and it's the finest ingredients. This is a company out of Canada, and absolutely love what they do.
The packaging is ridiculous. It looks like an Apple store, and it's like a glitter box. It's very impressive.
Those Canadians, they're so good.
They are. Man, my neighbors are Canadian, and I love them. I'm going to get them this. I'm going to get my neighbors this. And they're like, here.
So that gift set, as you said, has different types of oils. It has a lip gloss, like a really fun kind of sensory lip gloss, and it has I don't even know, like a stimulating gel, I think, for her. So it's in a little vibe. It's gorgeous, and it would make such an impressive gift for someone.
Yeah, there's lip gloss. So and there's some, and that's unisex, so everybody can use that in case you want to both put it on and kiss. Because I'm just being honest. I know this makes you uncomfortable. Me and my wife actually check our lips before we kiss, because if you kiss somebody that's got dry lips, it's yuck.
Oh,
and that gives you a little buzz feeling too. It's going to feel a little bit
like spicy.
Yeah.
All right, and then you got stimulating sensual oil, sensual massage oil, and then there's a bath oil in there too, and really nice smells like lavender, honeybee, strawberries, and champagne.
They're super light fragrances. It's not overwhelming, and the ingredients are absolutely the best.
I think your wife would like that. That's very nice.
I'm not sure we skipped over this Rudolph's pasty.
Yeah. Go back. We gotta go to that.
Well, because I wasn't familiar with the downstairs pasty.
I think I know what it is. Me neither.
I thought that when I hear pasty, I always think upstairs, but this is downstairs.
So this is a downstairs pasty.
It is a downstairs.
Oh, you can hold that up. Well, don't hold the top part up. Fold the top part down.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
So it's a downstairs pasty.
Now, would this fit on?
Well, do you have any of the shape of a piece of computer paper? You know what?
Are we gonna get the full reindeer?
You want the legs too? Is this for a dude? Is that what you're saying?
Definitely edible.
Yeah.
Lickable.
Yeah, that's not for a dude.
Yeah.
So you eat through that reindeer, right? Like you're trying to get to his heart.
Oh, I thought you put it on a dude.
No, it's for you.
I thought it was a hanging reindeer.
No, it's for like a flat.
I feel like it could be.
Yeah,
I feel like it could be.
It's literally you seal up the stuff. You seal it up.
Oh, okay. Seal up the gift.
Like, I feel like if my wife used this, it would be like, why is Rudolph in a nest?
Well, no, if you think about the way oh my God, if you think about the geometry of it, it's going to look like Rudolph plays in the NBA. He's a big giant. He's got crazy Roddy White dreads.
Oh, God.
Who is that? Holy crap, it's Marshawn Lynch. That's Cordell Patterson. Look at him go.
Well, since you were...
He's pulling Santa's sleigh fast.
We're never going to recover from this.
That's all right.
Since you're still in the edible, under that gift set, there is a 2-pack of some edible lubricant from System Joe that is seasonal.
Oh, that's cool. So like peppermint,
Very good for
gingerbread.
Yeah, good for stockings.
I'm System Joe, and I do edible gel.
Yeah, we've had their stuff before, though, right?
Yeah.
You brought in
Oh,
this-
absolutely.
Yeah, it's all like super high quality
They're
stuff,
great.
and their flavors are good.
Yep, all water based. I think which flavors are those?
This one we have Hook Me in H2O, Hook Me in Candy Cane.
Okay, peppermint, always good.
And then we have Spice Me Up Gingerbread.
Yeah, so fun.
I see a drip candle, and I'm glad you brought that in because the wax and the
There used to be a bar here in town that you could go to, and the bartenders would strap you to a cross.
What?
It was above the. You remember the Club La Villa on Lee Road?
Yes.
There was a club above the Club La Villa on Lee Road that was owned by the same people that was called like the Kitty Cat Club. I think that's what it was called.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a dark, like sort of vampire looking place. And the only time I saw one of these type of candles used is the bartenders would strap the patrons, man or woman, didn't matter, to the cross and then pour wax all over them while they were in drinking their cocktails. I always thought it was a crazy idea for a place, and I always thought it would be around for a minute, but I think it got shut down fairly quick.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of difference between a drip candle and a regular candle? Is it designed differently?
I'm going to say yeah.
There's probably like more of a pour spout to this that allows you to pour it properly, and it's got it might be with the soy base as well. So.
Yeah, so it's not going to burn as hot,
Yeah,
you know.
It says here that because it is they use the soy paraffin blend that apparently is soothing to the skin.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
it's like what they use it like a spa. They put it on you, and like you either rub it in or you leave it and let it harden, and then you peel it off, and it leaves your skin like very smooth and smelling nice.
Better than camping citronella candle.
Let me drip this on your feet.
Oh my God.
Sitting out at the campsite, dripping yellow wax on my wife's feet.
We're almost out of time, so I want to
Okay.
get to the lingerie because
perfect.
Yeah, you're a lingerie guy.
So, we brought a few different pieces
That is
today.
beautiful.
This is by Dream Girl. This is a 2-piece set, and it was just gorgeous for holiday. It's trimmed with some really beautiful sequins. Super high-end feel, but it's not going to break the bank either. So this is in a beautiful forest green, just like the best color I think I've seen on holiday selection in a long time.
Yeah.
Just absolutely stunning.
That
And-
bra's nice too because they
Yeah.
put a lot of like, it's got a lot of support in it. It looks like super well made because I know some ladies complain about the lesser. When you get up into some lingerie, they won't like put a lot of the what do you call that? The padding, the support, the underwire, whatever you need. Everybody's built different, but. That's very beautiful.
And we have
Here you go,
a burgundy robe that's got this really deep cranberry with some
I want to
applique.
wear a
It's
sexy
gorgeous.
robe. I want to. This is me.
This could be you.
This might be me if I just walk around.
Classy.
And let me
I wore this with my black because I wear little black underpants. Tiny
yeah,
black.
yeah.
Little
Yeah, there
tiny
you
black.
go.
This
You
with
have
tiny.
That's opulent.
Dude, if
Yeah.
I
It is
walk
opulent.
around in my, if you came over
Yeah.
and we had a meeting and I was like, I'm not dressed yet, and I answered the door and I had a highball,
Yeah.
a little bit of whiskey with one of those round.
I would
clear-
think you're
and-
cooler.
And then I had this on with
Yeah, yeah,
little
yeah.
black underwear, and I'm
Yeah.
like, excuse me, I'll go get dressed. You'd be like, wow, this guy F's. This guy's a king.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
He's lighting firecrackers now.
Here,
Well,
check
what's
that out.
really
Oh,
great-
I don't want to pass it over. I
Well,
want
what's
the lace
great
to
for a
snag.
robe is that if you're a little scared about buying, let's say, a 1-piece garment or even the 2-piece set because you're not sure on sizing the cups, you can get a robe is a much easier garment to buy for a partner, and then they can just match it with their own, like a panty.
That's what I did. I
And
went for lingerie, but I got in there and got in the weeds, and I was like, I don't want to get anything that's weird, so I just ended up getting her really sexy pajamas, and the fit was good, and we were good to go.
And this is just a 1-piece by Shirley of Hollywood, and it's Shirley. Feel the fabric on this.
Oh, wow.
It's a velour velvet, feel, and it's just spectacular.
I want to start a company and call it like Tom
Completely unsure.
of Hollywood, but
Tom
then
of Hollywood.
but then I'm like Hollywood, Florida. It's a different vibe. It's a,
Hey, it's like the company, the big company.
We
of
got Hard
Hollywood.
Rock.
Yeah. Tom of Hollywood presents his new sexy citronella foot candle.
We really need to make this happen. I feel like we could develop a line off of that.
I had a listener write me. Remember when we gave away the handmade toys. There's a toy company here in town that you guys are working
Uberimi,
with.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and we gave her, I still got a letter from somebody who's like, we really like that toy. It was just like, because it was just like
It will last forever.
a person
that
made it. That was like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I still have an egg of the tank egg.
yeah, don't
but
talk about
it's out of the
it.
package in its back of my weed drawer.
Those are disposable.
Anyway, Fairvilla Megastore, new location in Sanford.
I know we're running out of time, but I want to do this. This is like
That's a fancy
So
wand.
real quick, it's a new line that's just going on the floor today called Zalo, and it's a high-end luxury products. They have really unique wands. They have a panty vibe that also converts to a panty, and it has an insertable attachment. If that makes sense.
That's what you sing karaoke in your robe with.
Yes.
That's who you are, unforgettable. This thing
It
has
is
got
unforgettable.
lights.
It's gorgeous.
There's a
and,
new
yeah.
Transformer toy.
So yeah.
2-in-1.
Oh wow! Is
And
this
it
the
comes
same-
with a remote.
Is this
so-
the same company?
Yeah, Zalo.
Wow, these are nice. I like the gold touch. Is gold in? Is that
Yeah.
in
It's-
right now?
It's got this whole
I see it in the lingerie.
It's beautiful packaging. It's got an Egyptian kind of aesthetic to it. And you're talking about between $100 to I think $160 maybe for
There you
the
go.
one, $150. So it is a little bit higher end, but warranted and beautiful. That's a little magnet that
and
keeps
it on the panties.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude! Look at this. Got a little magnet. You pull the magnet off. Between the magnet and the panties, stays in place.
No, that's how. Yeah. That's what.
That's
Yeah, I'll lose that part though. I'll be looking
God damn,
around.
where's my panty magnet?
I'll be looking around on the
Max,
floor.
tell me, where's Daddy's panty magnet? It's gold. It looks like a seashell.
It's somewhere around here.
Find it. Do not touch it without a paper towel.
Again, Fairvilla Megastore, multiple locations, a brand new location in Sanford off Reinhardt Road, and also their Megastore in OBT. They got a location, Secrets Hideaway in Kissimmee.
Yes, sir.
Location over there on the coast, on I-Drive.
The
and in
absolute
Keys.
best stocking stuffer store. Man, that's hard to say. You will ever find ever. There's no other store better. There used to be one in the malls, but trust me, this place is better.
Yes.
Way, way, way better. So go see them, especially the flagship store.
Yeah, Deborah, Jacques, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's
Thanks
good
for
seeing
having
you,
us.
Jock. Thanks for coming in,
Always-
man. And
always
Deborah,
fun.
always a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Again, fairvilla.com, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Boom. All right.
What I did realize is
Is it-
we'll play this on a Wednesday.
Yeah, we can't follow. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this? Yeah, we're gonna move it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Are we
to
going to
Wednesday.
lunch now?
Yeah, we
Okay.
will.